Okay, you can share it now. It's open and everything. Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King, riding high with DJ Lil King, riding high podcast. Man, I always say this. Y'all probably say he always say the same thing, but I'm gonna say it again, man. When I started this podcast, I started with doing interviews with these type of people in mind, the people who paved the way for the Corpus rap scene, the Corpus music scene, the OGs, the pioneers of this Corpus Christi, South Texas music scene. You know what I'm saying? We got radio personality, host extraordinaire, video director, man, a man of many hats. I could probably just keep going on and spend 5-10 minutes just doing that, but we gonna end it right there. We just gonna say, for y'all that don't know, shout out to everybody who do know, man. We got Mr. Javo G is in the building, man. He done made it to the Riding High podcast, man.
Good to be here, man.
Hey,
DJ,
appreciate you.
hey, no, thank you
Yes,
so much
sir.
for having me on. It's a grand pleasure and an honor, man. I see what you've been doing here the past couple of weeks. All the guests that you've had have been A1, some of the best in Corpus Christi.
Appreciate
so
you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
you
you.
being from Houston, right?
I'm from Corpus. I'm originally from Corpus.
You moved to
No,
Houston and then you came back?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
well, man, it's
I
good
grew
to
up
have you
in
back.
Molina. Right
You
there in
know what it
Molina.
is.
Yes, sir.
You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
It's good to be here, guys. Thank you so much. I encourage everybody to join this podcast tonight because we're going to get down to some serious history. We're going to go back like Kodak to so many stories we got. I encourage you to put your comments out there. If you have any questions for either one of us, we'll be glad to answer them right here.
For sure, man. Yeah, like I said, if y'all got any questions, y'all make sure to leave them in the comments. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the page. Javo G done came through with some good wine from Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you to Robert Hernandez, man. His uncle has a vineyard out in the valley, and I said, man, why not? Tonight's a special night.
Already.
Cheers to you.
Yes,
good
sir.
to be here, brother. Beautiful Thursday night, man. Nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out DJ Dynamite. Shout out Mitchell Finesse. Everybody tuned in. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the page, like the page. Y'all make sure y'all share this. Shout out Kai Servant. I see you on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all share this, man. We're gonna take it back, man. We're gonna start in the beginning. Javo G, where are you originally from?
Man, I'm born and raised Memorial Hospital in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Already.
Reinando and Gloria Garza had me. She's 1969, brother.
Already.
1969. So I'm born and raised right here in our city.
Already.
Corpus.
Coming out of the hospital, like what neighborhood would like your parents like
You
living
know,
in?
we're from the Miller High School west side.
Okay.
Right off of Leopard and Villa.
Okay.
I grew up right there and close, I grew up in the west side, man. North side, Miller High School. So you already know I'm from the hood.
Already.
We grew up playing BB guns, tackle outside, riding bikes, skateboarding, everything that they don't do today.
Yes,
we were
sir.
doing it back in the days, man. So, yeah.
What was-
I wouldn't change it for a thing.
What like elementary school that you like go to?
I went to Oak Park.
Okay.
Oak Park when it was the old Oak Park before they knocked it down and made the new one.
Oh, okay.
The one right there on Leopard. Then I went to Driscoll. Then they knocked that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's when I was a
Now
kid.
that
I
I think
remember,
about
yeah.
it, my
Yeah.
Oak Park's gone and my Driscoll is gone. I was a Driscoll Ranger, and then I went to Miller Bucks. Miller Bucks Miller High.
Oh, really? Did you play any sports or anything as a youth?
I'll say it like this. Did I play? No. Did I join? Yes. I was in the Driscoll football team, and I was one of the best. I was the best pine riders, what they call it. He'd ride the pine. I sat the bench, man, all the time. I had the cleanest uniform. Let's just put it that way. I think they put me in once or twice the whole year.
We could cuss on here. I don't know. You got your wife in the building.
No,
you know
she's good.
But we could cuss on here. You know
cusses at me all the time. So no, we're good. No, we're good. But yeah, I did join. I think I was a very good baseball player.
Okay.
I played for West Side Little League right there in the hood. We had the Cardinals, the Hawks, the Bluebirds, the Owls. And I took our team to the #1 spot, man. We were the champions there for the Bluebirds.
Dang.
So I was a good pitcher. Unfortunately, I think I started too early in the game. I was a pitcher, and I threw my arm out before I got to hit high school.
Oh, man.
So, I had coaches looking at me from high school, and they wanted to pick me up. And they would draft me from the minors to the ponies, because we need you to pitch up here.
Oh, man.
And I threw my arm out. So by the time I got to high school, my arm was gone. So it was no even looking into pros or anything like that.
Oh, man. So you did play in high school, but you just basically
I
didn't.
did.
You played, but you didn't play.
No, in high school, I was furious, man. They used to call me Javier Lookout Garza because I wouldn't do it on purpose, but every time the first player would come up, he's going to get hit. I mean, they would get hit. Javier Lookout Garza, those guys that know me, the West Side, I was wild until I got it under control, and then I got it together.
Oh, really?
So in high school, the best team was Moody. And, brother, I was so nervous, I hit the first 3 batters.
Hey.
Yes, they wanted to take me out. The coach goes, nah, he's just warming up. He's just warming up, man. But you know what it did for them? They all came up and they feared me. Is he going to hit me? Is he going to hit me? So then once I got warmed up, I became furious. I was one of the best. I would strike you out. I had a mean curveball, a mean drop. So, yeah, that happened in high school until I really threw my arm out. We had an umpire. I can't remember what city we were in. I want to say we were in the Valley, but I'm on the mound throwing strike after strike, and they were calling balls after ball. My coach even got kicked out of the game. Like, what are you doing? Where's the zone?
Yeah.
I threw my arm out, and it was over. That was it. I sit down, find something else to do.
And then back in those days, they didn't really have like the scientific stuff that we have nowadays to get you to rehabs and all that type of stuff.
I was done.
Career over.
Done. My arm still hurts.
Oh, man.
Sometimes I get a wild hair and I see these kids playing, and I go, hey, go out for a pass. Then I throw my arm out again. Oh, man. So those old injuries still occur. So good times, man. West Side Little League, Pony League, West Side. I did the All-Star. A lot of professional baseball players that I played with, man. They went on to play professional. So back in the 76, 77. Yeah, so I played a lot of baseball when I was a kid. Football, forget about it. I joined the team thinking it would look cool to have the pads on. Yeah. I used to love to show up in buses to different schools. Yeah. And the whole team gets down. You feel good. You're doing your exercise, and you're ready. You're all heated up. All right, Howard, go sit the bench. I never started, bro. So football wasn't for me. Like I said, I had the cleanest uniform in the team.
Already.
Driscoll, I'll never forget that.
Did you have any siblings growing up?
I do. Here's the thing. I have an older brother named Ray Garza, and I have a younger brother named Jesse Garza. Jesse and I were competitors. We played against each other in a championship league. He was going for the Hawks. I was with the Bluebirds. So you can imagine my parents were
How do y'all end up on separate teams?
That's just
the way the draft was and stuff like that?
That's just the way it was.
Okay.
You found out the day they handed out uniforms. Yeah. So Jesse got the Hawks. I got the Bluebirds. He was a pitcher. I was a pitcher. And here we go. His team and our team, we met at the championship. Of course, we won, Jesse, no pun intended, but we won. And our parents were torn apart. So my mom would have to sit on this side. My dad would sit on this side. And then they would switch mid-game. It was nuts. Man. But great way to grow up in the West Side was playing sports and playing against my little brother. That was the best thing ever.
Already.
Now, Ray didn't do too good in sports, man. I'm not even going to joke on him, but he played Bronco baseball, West Side. I think he played a little. I think he was more of a band member. My older brother was in the band.
Okay, like the school band or like
band. School band. He was with the Miller Buck Band, the best band.
Do you remember, or was any of your brothers like trying to maybe even you do like bands at home, like out the garage, or anything back in those days?
Let me tell you, back in the days, my parents would have barbecues, And I've always been an artist, man. I've always liked that whole stage presence. You remember Kiss?
Yeah.
Gene, Paul, Peter, Ace.
Yeah.
We would paint our faces.
Oh man.
Cut out guitars out of cardboard, and we'd give a show to my parents' friends.
Oh, that's what's up.
They're like, these guys are gonna be somebody when they grow up. So yeah, we would copy Kiss, AC/DC, some of the best bands out there. We'd have the whole show with lights, and I mean, I'd light it up with flashlights, any light I can get a hold of before LEDs came out. My dad's fog lights.
Yeah.
So we would do shows in the backyard at the barbecues as kids, man. We were already entertaining.
Was your dad into music or anything like that?
I tell you, I'm glad you asked. My dad was a hype man for a group called Adán Sánchez y los Tamaulipecos. This is a norteño band.
Okay.
But my dad would travel with them, and he would hype up the crowd, and then the band would come out, and he would play like a guido.
Oh, okay.
Then
That was when you were a kid?
I was a kid. My dad was already hyping up.
Traveling musician already when you were a kid.
Well, my dad was a master of ceremonies.
Okay.
When they would book the band for a quinceañera or a wedding, he's the one that would do the master of ceremonies.
Okay.
And I would listen to my dad's voice. It was like God speaking, man. And we're talking about back in the days of Memorial Coliseum downtown.
Oh, man.
Before they tore down that
I remember the
beautiful place.
Coliseum.
My dad had quinceañeras there, and right next to it, they had another hall.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a dance hall, right? So
Yeah.
we did quinceañeras, and I would just watch my dad. He had an amazing voice. He sounded godly, and I was already saying, one day I want to do what my dad does. So I would go to every quinceañera, every band. I would dance and be out there with everybody.
What kind of music was like your parents playing in the house when you were growing up?
At the time, Mom and Dad listened to KUNO. This was an AM station with some of the legendary DJs, man. Nazario Guerrero, Victor Lara Ortegon, just to name a few. Ponce La. These guys I grew up listening to. My parents was norteño, sort of Tejano, but more Chicano, and then cumbias. A lot of cumbias. My mom loved cumbias. So I grew up listening to that flavor.
What is norteño? Because I don't know, and I'm sure maybe some people
Norteño is a mesh between Mexican music.
Okay.
It's their style of music, like from Monterrey, Mexico.
Okay.
More accordion, if you will. Bajo sexto and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I ain't gonna say it's almost like hip hop, but it's on what you say. Like, okay, you got the people who do New York style rap, you got Texas style rap, Cali style rap. It's almost okay.
Yeah, and it's evolved so much, King, because norteño is now corridos tumbados. You got peso pluma out there.
Yeah,
and it has all evolved into that. Right now that's a hot thing.
Yeah,
and now they're putting tubas into it. Mexico, you can't stop it if they can use a fiddle. Yeah. And a harmonica, and they could rock it into a song, they will, bro. Because I've seen them do some crazy stuff with music. So norteño, they have corrido, they have now reggaeton, all that stuff that's come out of all of it. You know? So it just doesn't stop. It keeps evolving. The music is crazy. But yeah, norteño music is still very Mexican, and it has broken into the United States. It started in California with Peso Pluma and all those new ones. As a matter of fact, shout outs going out to Machi and Savannah Ocean. They just recorded a song. Wow. It's called Chatum. Okay. And these girls have hit this norteño style. I don't even know what to call it, but I'm excited about it because it's like gangster in Spanish. All right. There's a little bit of cussing on it. I told her, Mija, we need a radio edit.
Where they from?
Machi's from Monterrey, Mexico. Now she lives here. She was with La Conquista.
Okay.
Love her to death. Machi, saludos, comadre. She's an amazing artist. Savannah Ocean, another big voice that I'm just amazed at. Our females artists have come out this past couple of years. They've been dominated the music industry.
Yeah, I feel like the Latina female artist has been coming up a lot within, like you say, the past 2-3 years. Shout out to Crystal Poppin out there in El Paso.
Yeah.
Paula Deanda, I seen her kind of doing a little resurgence thing. She ain't really doing like the hip hop, but I seen the little resurgence that you got going on, Paula. Shout out to you. I went to high school with Paula Deanda. So.
Amazing artist. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, if you start to think about it, let's do the math. How long ago did Selena pass away?
95?
30, 20, 34 years, something like that?
29 years?
29 years. Okay, 29 years ago, you had a whole bunch of little girls who were major, want to be Selenas. So guess what? Those girls are grown up now.
Yeah.
That's why we have this explosion of amazing artists.
Yeah.
Becky G's, Cuban Divas. You got Machi. A lot of artists who have gone into their own now.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm proud of them. I back them up 100%. Every time I introduce or interview a female artist, they say how difficult it is because they're females. It's hard out here. And you know what? That's sad because their talent is amazing.
Yeah.
You got to go download right now. Go check out that song as well after the show. Chatum. We're talking about La Machi and Savannah Ocean, two heavy hitters in the game, and they're female. Much respect to them because they put a lot of work into that.
For sure.
Selena Boom,
really?
man, the Selena Boom. So they're all,
sure.
I mean, they're all inspired by Selena, and if everybody notices radio and videos, and they've all come out, man. I mean, come on, J-Lo.
Yeah.
J-Lo. Everybody will say that she stole Selena's career. You can't say that because she was already on In Living Color. She had a lot of talent. She was just fortunate enough to be picked to play
that role,
Selena, and then from there she went to movies and big stardom. So
Mm-hmm.
we can't take it away from her. She was already an artist as well, but thanks to Selena that paved that way.
For sure. Was there any like Motown or anything being played in the house?
In my house,
Yeah.
the only Motown I played was me.
Oh man, how did
look,
being that you grew up being in a household with like Latino music being played?
Okay.
How do you even get into that Motown type music?
Well, Javo G grew up on the west side of town,
Already.
but was always in the north side of town. Okay, so come on, man. I grew up amongst Miller High School.
Already.
All my friends were black.
Already.
All my friends were black. So I grew up with lingo, with their music, with everything that they love. Miller. This is a product of Miller High School.
Already.
So
and you rep it a lot. I always see that. For
let
sure.
me tell you, I love Miller High School for the simple reason that it was versatile. I got to meet so many people. Not many white folks went to Miller at the time. It was more Latino and blacks.
Yeah.
But for the most part, let me tell you, I hung out with my black friends.
Already.
And when we would go on football game tours, or we would have stayovers, or baseball, we're at the hotel, it was always rap and hip hop, R&B, Keith Sweat, all that old school stuff. And I grew to love it. That's why I'm who I am. I think that, and first and foremost, God places you in different places, so he molds you.
Yes, sir.
He could have put me in Carol. He could have put me in King. But Javo G grew up. And let me tell you what that did for me, King. Growing up at Miller, I was young. I was dumb. I would always fight with my dad. I would always disrespect him, and I'm so sorry about that. But sometimes my dad said, you know what? You don't like it here? Get out. The door's right there. Javo G would walk out and go live with my black friends for a month or two. So you can't tell me nothing when it comes to that lifestyle.
Who were some of the homies that you were hanging out back then?
Man, you got Scooter Porter. You've got Trevor Sapsuk, Tommy De Los Santos, Albert Martinez, the famous quarterback. Gosh, man, Dabada, Jeff Smith. You know Dabada?
Yes, sir.
I lived at his house and his mama's house for 2 months, 3 months. Mama didn't say nothing, but those were my brothers.
That's what's up.
So when I say they're my brothers, I really mean it. We lived together under their mom's roof.
Already.
So I got to eat, do chores, and everything. Mama never kicked me out till she goes, when you're ready to go back home, just let me know and I'll call your mom.
Already.
I've already talked to your mom. She knows you're good, because they would be worried. Where is he staying?
Yeah.
I was at Mama's house in
Already.
Greenwood right there.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
I was with Maestro,
Already.
Bino across the street, King Rich across the street,
Dang.
and I was living at Dabada's house.
And this is young Javo G.
Ooh, yes.
Man.
With Maurice Dabada. Hey,
Already.
shout out to Maurice. His son just
Y'all
got
tagged
signed.
them, man.
He just got signed to the Philadelphia.
Yeah. Shout out to
the
Anaya
Eagles.
Smith, man. The Eagles,
Woo,
man.
Anais, man. I'm so proud of the
Yeah.
Greenwood hood now, because I feel like I'm from there. And just seeing him. Let's start with Maurice. Maurice starting to reach out. He had a football camp.
Yeah.
And I interviewed him when I was at 102.9. I interviewed him, and then they did a song about it. So I knew how serious he was with his kids.
Already.
He started a football camp, and lo and behold, just a couple of weeks ago, Anais gets signed to the NFL. Shout out to the Smith family. I love you guys. I love all of you. Mom, Anthony Maestro, Dabada, my brother, Big Baby, all you guys that I grew up with. Mitchell Finesse, who lived across the street. You know Mitchell?
Yeah, Bino, he's still tuned
Bino.
in shit, for sure.
Oh, Bino's flying in from out of town. He was going to land somewhere in Texas. I'm not sure where he's coming from. Mitchell Finesse, another great inspiration. Mitchell's, not to mention his artistry, but Mitchell's a bad rapper. He's a bad man. He's a bad rapper. But now here in the late, aside his jingles that he does, guys, listen to this. If you have a business or your show, Lil King, or, you know, he done it for my show. If you want an intro, jingle, call Mitchell Finesse. Now, not only that, but now he designs his own tennis shoes. And he's been hustling and busting all around the United States, getting these shoes in professional hands. Yeah. Now, he's been working with the Naya, so now his shoe is going to be in the NFL. So I applaud Mitchell Finesse.
For sure. Shout out.
Coming from our hood, Greenwood.
Whenever we did a virtual interview maybe like a month ago with him, and he broke some news that he had just signed a contract to do cleats for the Washington Nationals.
That's our boy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Back him up. You know,
sure.
Back him up. You're going to pay a little price, but guess what? It's worth it. It's one of a kind. He made me some Matador shoes.
Already.
I love Bino.
Yeah, he going to make us some Riding High sports cleats, so we waiting for them.
Let me tell you, he's an amazing artist.
Yeah, he does our theme song. We do we do our annual basketball game for the charity that we back to school, and he's done every year. He's done a theme song for us, and he hasn't asked for a dime. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but for us, what the cause that we're trying to do, we're not making money off of this, and he probably sees that, and he's just down for the cause. Like, hey, let's get this supply so we can get these kids that don't have what they need for school.
Isn't that what it's all about, is being able to help each other climb, not bring people down, but, you know, excel them to the next level. When I asked him, Bino, I want to be different. I got the Javo G show. I need an intro. He goes, say less.
Already.
An hour later is Javo G. It's what the intro song you hear?
Man.
Dude. Oh, and then, you know, I'm saying, man, this is so good. Some attorney friends of mine bought a whole jingle for their law firm.
Man,
so it doesn't stop there. If you have a business and you need a jingle, get with Mitchell Finesse. He's the best.
For sure.
Awesome.
When do you jump into hosting of any sort? When do you grab a mic and decide, maybe let's not just say grab a mic and decide, when do you grab a mic and decide to talk on the mic for the first time?
You know, aside following my dad.
So you were like his protege at some point, would you say?
Yes. I learned how to do quinceañeras.
Okay, so at some point you were going out there with the mic doing your thing?
He would not give me the mic.
Okay.
I'll tell you how it started was Lady T. If you guys, rest in peace, Lady T, she had a production called Javo Productions. And as we were talking about earlier, all these little girls that wanted to be Selena, she would have a Selena contest.
Oh, man.
Over at El Mercado, right there in, Crosstown. There was a big flea market there.
Yeah.
So Javo, Lady T hired me to be the host. And I was the one introducing all these little girls. And we got another Selena.
How old were you at this point?
And we got another Selena. And another Selena. Man, gosh. 17, 18. 17, 18. So I was already hosting Javo shows, and then...
but before that, your dad hadn't let you grab the mic?
He would not.
You had just shadowed him, but not...
I shadowed him and learned not to be embarrassed.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people, when they see this, they pull a Cindy Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, man, let me get on the mic.
Yeah.
That light comes on, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've had people come on the podcast, and as soon as we go live, they freeze up. Yeah.
I thank my dad for that.
Oh, really?
My dad was always showing me how to talk in front of crowds, how to be proper, you know, and professional, mainly. So I learned a lot from my dad. Huge inspiration when he was doing the quinceañeras. And I knew that someday, you know, it's funny that we're talking about this because now I'm booked for the next 2 years working at Alexia's event center doing what? Quinceañeras and weddings. I've been blessed and I've been groomed for this.
How did you even get the first gig, being that you hadn't necessarily talked on a mic yet?
Again, Javo Productions.
What made her have faith in you? That's what.
Lady T. Wow, that's a good question because I mean, we would hang out at her house and plan out things with the crew and stuff like that. Let's get this going. Who's going to host it? I said, I'll host it. You know, so we did the first one and she loved it. She did great. We're going to use you from now on.
Oh, man.
Get this. So somebody saw me at at that Cuvo
Okay.
Selena show.
The Selena contest.
They saw me. I mean, Becky G, the famous Becky G, was a little girl. I was introducing her as Selena here in Corpus. So, that's what I'm talking about. She's out there now. Shout outs to Lady T. Shout outs to Sylvia D. They were the best of friends. And we brought out so many little girls. And I think a lot of them went on to be famous singers or dropped it after the dream fell. But after Cuvo, a lot of people started seeing that I was a host. So they started asking me, hey, will you host my daughter's quince? Will you host our wedding? So that's where it started kick off. Shout outs, mad love to Lady T.
Already.
After that was a man named George Bailey. George Bailey had a show that was on public access.
Already.
I think it was on the other side with George Bailey. Dude, he was the first interview I ever did on television. So I was crazy nervous. I pulled a Cindy Brady. He had to get it out of me. But at the end of the day, he says, man, you need to start doing shows. You do good. You just
So he saw you at the Selena contest?
Yeah, he pulled me from there. I want to interview you because you're the host.
Okay.
So I went on to host a lot of things for Taofa, Tejano Academy of Fine Arts.
Oh, man.
That was George Bailey. Rest in peace as well. He's gone. But we had the Center Theater.
Oh, already.
And remember downtown?
Yes, sir. Yes,
we
sir.
would do talent shows there. Again, a lot of Selenas, a lot of mariachis, upcoming artists. So I was doing the Center Theater back in those days, hosting the shows. So, I would wear a suit because of my dad at the quinces. So I was trying to be already molding myself to be, and I'll be honest, you guys, I've always wanted to be a late night show host like Jimmy Fallon, Jay Leno, David Letterman and stuff. And I've tried it a couple of times. Just something always goes wrong. But nevertheless, I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
I did that. Gosh, shout outs Robert Hernandez. 15 years ago. Do you know Robert Hernandez? Robert Hernandez is like Mr. Know Everybody. He's a rock and roller. He's in a band called Zaffron. This guy knows sound. He's the guy. He's a grip.
Okay.
Anything goes wrong, he's got sound. He's got lights. He's got it all. But when I went up to him, I said, dude, I want to do a show, a late night show from Corpus. Why is it that it's L.A., New York? Why don't we shut that triangle down? Why can't we have a late night from Texas?
Yeah.
And my goal was to be the first Latino late night show host. The name of the show is going to be called La Noche with Javo G. And Robert goes, dude, I got you. How much? Don't worry about it. I just want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So he brought the sound, wah. One thing led to another. It never launched off. So, a lot of money, time, and effort goes into something like that.
Yeah.
It's not easy, guys. And I applaud those big guys that are out there like Conan. He had his problems. He went off to a different station, then he fell. But it's not easy.
Yeah.
Your Jimmy Fallon's out there, your Jay Leno's, your David Letterman's, Johnny Carson. Those guys. I want to be amongst those guys.
Yeah.
That's a goal that I'll never give up. I'm still trying. I'm still chasing it.
How did you first get into radio? Was that later on, or was that still around the time you were young?
Here's a story. Radio, for me, of course, I'm just a natural born hustler. I will do anything from sell steaks house to house, jewelry, business to business, candy bars. I did it all. I started managing a furniture store on Castores called Just Beds, Tables, and More. And every day, shout outs to Tom and his wife, Margie, they would listen to Paul Harvey. You know who Paul Harvey is? Right?
It's
Paul
like a
Harvey,
syndicated radio show or something like
yeah,
that?
syndicated radio
Okay.
show, huge guy, Paul Harvey, right? And I'm listening to Paul Harvey one afternoon, King, and I hear, we interrupt this broadcast just to let you guys know that Selena Quintanilla has been shot, yada, yada, yada. I'm moving around furniture. First thing that goes through my mind, like, publicity stunt. So I keep moving, right? And then he cuts in again after like about 15 minutes. Guys, I regret to inform you that Selena Tejano artist has passed away. Bro, my heart just dropped. Are you kidding me right now? I wanted to meet her. I wanted to meet her in person.
Yeah.
She's from my hometown. She was already a star. I closed down the furniture store. I'm hauling ass down to Lantana where it happened.
Yeah.
I'm there with the crowd like everybody else. Bro, when I show up, you got satellites from NBC, ABC, CBS, every satellite.
National news place
was there.
Yeah, national news.
They were there, bro. I got to see Saldivar in the red truck. I saw snipers in the tree. I saw it was like a movie. And while I was there, I'm saying to myself, this is going to be a movie. And I didn't want to leave. I wanted to see, and I'm sorry to say this, but I wanted to see them pull her out the car. I was not going to leave until they pulled her out the car or something went down.
Until you saw a resolution.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to make it even more dramatic, it starts to rain.
So the movie's real.
Bro, I'm across the street. There's a Stripes there. There's a company with the genie lifts, those lifts that go way up there. Yeah. There was cameraman up there shooting. There was police officers, NBC satellites. Everybody's there. A huge crowd. I remember a guy with a boombox playing her music. And then they pulled Saldivar out of the truck, and the cop car went right by me, and I saw her. We made eye contact in the back seat. I was so pissed off at her. I'm in a lot of newspaper clips. They passed right by me. I almost ran over my foot. I just wanted to see, like, what are they gonna do with this bitch? You know what I mean? Like, what the? She just took the most famous person we had in Corpus.
Yeah.
So after that, the news went into a frenzy, interviewing everybody.
Yeah.
And that's when they were interviewing this young man. And what impressed me the most is how he carried himself. Normally, they have somebody that will interview like, yeah, she was my prima, or whatever. Oh, this guy, when they asked him a question, he was very professional. Like, Tejano music has taken a huge hit tonight. We've lost one of our most precious artists, Corpus Christi. We're dead today. We just don't. This is horrible.
And this was just a fan.
No, wait. Get this. After the interview, I went up to him and I said, excuse me, sir, what's your name and how can I do what you do? He goes, my name is Carlos Lopez. I'm with Lopez Broadcasting. He goes, I like your voice. You sound good. I go, how can I do what you do? He goes, I tell you what, let all this blow by. Come see me next Wednesday at the station, and we'll talk about it. Kid you not, brother. The following, 4 days later, little station out in Petronila called Magic 105.5.
Oh, man.
I call him, say, Carlos, this is Javo. He goes, I know who you are. You're the guy I met on Lantana, Navigation.
Yeah.
Come on out here. Here's the address. There was no GPS back then, bro.
Yeah.
So I hopped in my little hootie.
A map, probably.
And I'm hauling down Petronila country. And I'm embarrassed because I don't know where we're going. He goes, do you see the big antenna? Yes. Do you see the little hut under it? Yeah, we're here. I'm like, man, and this is right out there in Petronila where it makes the curve.
Yeah.
So I get down.
I know exactly where you're talking
about.
Bro,
I am scared. I don't know what's going on. But Carlos Lopez, Rick Sanchez, I think his dad was there too. Humberto Lozano Lopez, one of the late, great Lozano, which today is his anniversary of his death. Carlos comes in, he goes, hey, so Carlos is like this, okay? Okay, so you want to be a DJ? I said, yes. He goes, okay, these are your CDs. This is number one. Your pot is right here. Go ahead and read the numbers off the pamphlet. Grab your CD, put it in there, CD one, and this is your volume. We're going to be in the next room. I need you to talk, see how you sound on radio. I'm like, what? He leaves the room. I'm in the studio by myself. He goes, okay, you're on. After this song, I want to hear you.
You ain't even been there an hour.
Bro, 15 minutes. Talk about a crash course. Talk about a crash course. I pulled a Cindy Brady. The song ended. I picked up my microphone and I went like this. I put on the next song.
Oh, man.
Phone rings. It's Carlos. What happened? We're listening to you in the other room. You need to talk after the next song. I said, okay, I got this. Oh, man, those seconds were counting down, man. I didn't know what to do. I was nervous. The next thing you know, the sound. All right, here we go. It's Magic 105.5. Good morning, everybody. The official, and still the original Tejano hit station. This is Javo G. Right now it's David Lee Garza. Done.
Hey.
They come into the room. When can you start?
That's what I was going to ask you. So you
Just
hadn't
like
even you hadn't even been hired yet. At
Yeah,
that point.
go ahead and stay here a couple hours. I worked the board for a couple of hours and nervous. I wasn't great, but it was the first time on radio. There's something different about radio that when you open the mic, there's millions of people listening.
Yeah.
You can't flubber. You can't stutter. You got to come fast. So I was trained by some of the best, man. T-Bone, Rene Alanis, Ed Sharp Filoso, who's a legendary DJ. Of course, Carlos Lopez, Rick Sanchez. Some of the best DJs in the industry were, I would relieve Ed Sharp. And I would come in early on purpose, King, just to see him.
Shadow them, yeah.
Hear the lingo. And look how far it is. It was 30 minutes away.
That's what I asked you. So you're driving over there every
30 minutes away, there and back. Gas was crazy, but I had passion for it. I loved it. And shadowing T-Bone, which is still on the radio today, one of the best DJs in the market. I call him the GOAT. T-Bone, Rene Alanis, if you ever see this, man, I want to tell you I love you. I learned so much from you, brother. And really, I emulate everything you do, down to what I wear, because he used to wear Nike back in the days. I just switched it up to Adidas. But he was from Houston, and he brought that lingo down here. We are not, when you say Tejano, we don't speak Spanish. We speak Spanglish. And T-Bone was the best at doing that. So shadowing him and learning him, I think a lot of my talent came from T-Bone. So T-Bone, you're still number one in my heart, bro. You're the best. And he's still driving people home at 5 o'clock at Magic 104.9.
Damn, so it's still out there in Petronili?
No, now we're right here in Lantana.
Oh, already.
Yes, I don't have to drive out there no more.
Already.
Where it all started. Let me tell you, and it's crazy because my shift started at 12 midnight, ended at 6 in the morning. My parents are saying, "Estás loco, you're crazy. What are you doing going out there, right?" No. Times were hard, but I loved what I did. Just the fact that you're on radio and playing your music you love.
Other people can hear my voice.
Oh, aren't you the guy on the radio?
Yeah.
Dude, you just get this feel. It was one of the best feelings. And it just, once you get bit by that bug, King, I think you know about that bug that won't leave you.
Yeah.
You keep chasing that bug.
And that was in 1995.
Imagine that. That's how I started on radio, through Selena getting shot, meeting Carlos. A week later, I'm on the air. Yeah. So every time she celebrate her, the Selena means a lot to me.
Oh, really?
Selena means a lot to me because I've always been striving to be a celebrity. Isn't that what we all want?
Yeah.
I wanted to be a celebrity. And there was many chances I could have met her in person, but I didn't want to meet her as a fan.
Oh, really?
I wanted to meet her at a different level.
Oh, really?
Well, get this. My good friend Don Shelton.
Don Shelton,
R.I.P. He used to dance for Selena.
Yeah.
And one day, here I am.
The only black dude that was in the band, if for y'all that don't know. Yeah.
And he brought all the funk to the
Came out in the movie, too, for y'all that don't know. Yeah.
Don Shelton one day said, "Hey, bro, I got to pick something up at Selena's. You want to go with me?" I go, "Okay, let's go."
Did you go to school with Don?
I did not.
How do you know Don?
Through Dabada.
Oh, okay, bet. Dang.
I was in the hood.
Oh, really?
So I met all.
So Don used to be over there?
All the time. Dabada and Don Shelton. Oh, I got stories with Don. Don Shelton could sing. He can sing. And he goes, "You want to go to Selena's house? I got to pick something up." And I'm like, "Okay, this is meeting her at a different level. Well, let's go for it." Bro, we get to her house in Molina. I used to have a Lincoln White Continental. So I had, I was pimp status. I had a driver. Me and Don were in the back sipping on champagne.
Oh, really?
So we get to her house. He goes, "I'll be right back." He got down, and no more than 10 seconds, he came back and says, "Bro, we missed her. She just left. She's not here." I said, "Good." I didn't want to meet her like this anyway. So let's go. Man. We flew out. So that was the only closest chance I got to meet her, and I didn't meet her. I never met her in her hometown. So you can imagine when I heard that news at the furniture store, I was devastated, brother. I was devastated because they took a huge celebrity away from Corpus. We were robbed.
Yeah,
we were robbed. You would always hear about celebrities in California, celebrities in New York.
Yeah.
But she was already there.
Yeah, and
She
still here. She didn't leave. She was
That's what
still
I'm
here.
saying.
Yeah.
She was just about to do a movie with Johnny Depp and all that. So she was already there.
crossing over to the American music and all that stuff. Yeah,
We were so robbed.
Yeah.
So, you know, that long stories, that's how I started radio, through Carlos Lopez. Lopez Broadcasting.
Alrighty. We'll get on to the other place, but I want to, because I'm trying to, I don't know the time frame of all this, so for y'all that's tuned in, we're kind of just jumping around, but we're going to be able to put it all together whenever you get done watching this. Daddy Creed, one of the hosts of the Riding High podcast, shout out Daddy Creed.
Love you, Daddy Creed.
He always mentions that you were their first manager, him and Fat Man the Boss. Let's talk about that a little bit. Shout out Daddy Creed, shout out Fat Man the Boss, Patrick Terry.
Let me tell you, like,
how do you even get into managing before? Because were they your first group or no?
Yeah, actually they were.
Oh, man.
I would dabble with an artist across the street I grew up with. His name was Big E.
Okay.
Big Eli, but not so much. When I met Creon and Little Richard, dude.
Richard Ayala?
Okay. Better known as Cool.
Already.
Before there was Cypress Hill, there was Cree and Little Richard. You're talking about a black and a Latino together. So I thought I had gold. I was ready to go national with this. These guys were the best in the market. Some of the songs they had, even the Strong Die, Daddy Cree, Cool were the best. It's going to get serious now.
Let's go. Let's go.
These guys here.
Matter of fact, can I get a...
Oh, man, you sure can. Let me pour you up some right here.
Before we go deep
it's about to go deep, guys. And
shout out my dog, Jay Fedia,
Jay
man.
Fedia, another one of my little brothers right there. I love him to death, man. Mr. Rilla, another one. I see you, Rilla. Merc Rock, rest in peace, Merc Rock.
I'm trying to kind of keep it in a little time. We're gonna get to all y'all that got the comments. We're gonna get to all that too. We just trying to to kind of keep it in chronological order. Like I say, even though we kind of jumping around, I'm trying to keep it in somewhat chronological order. But we're gonna get to it all. We're gonna get to all y'all comments and everything, man.
There's just so much to talk about, man. NSBS, North Side Bomb Squad. What did I know about gangs? What did I know about Dad Thug and all that? I just knew I had a talented group, not knowing Northside Bomb Squad was a gang.
Already.
Okay, so Daddy Cree and Richard Ayala, I believed him so much, bro. And here's where it gets crazy. At the time, there was a group of Colombians in town.
Yeah.
And they were big time, all right? But at the time, I wasn't afraid. I made friends with them. We became friends. What are you into? Woo, woo, woo. Well, I got a group. What do you need? I need some money. I need to put them in the studio. Well, how much you need? 10 racks, 12 racks. Let's put them in studio. So they go, okay, we're going to put them in studio. So I had the money, got the studio, Daddy Cree, Richard in the studio, boom, boom, boom. Trax was a producer.
Already.
Trax, I love you, but I used to get on his ass because he would smoke like 15 minutes every hour and little production and then smoke, little production and then smoke. Like, goddamn, I'm paying by the hour here.
Whose studio was y'all at back then?
Man, John Beck studio, I want to say.
Because this is probably like late 80s,
Not
early
sure
90s,
what
right?
studio it was, but Trax would tell you.
Already.
You know, he's my brother.
I don't know who Trax is, but a lot of people have mentioned him, so we're going to have to get him on eventually for sure.
Trax Master is beast.
Already.
Beast. You got to bring him in. But he was the one producing NSBS in the studios.
Already.
Okay, and I was just tickled, man. I was just so happy. I had the money. I had the investors. I went to bed with some Colombians. Okay. Guys, if you're out there, don't ever take an investment. Doesn't matter what, because it will backfire. If it's not your money, don't use people's money, because I went to bed with these Colombians. I don't want to get into deep with what happened with Cree and Richard, but during the studio time, they decided to break up.
Were they still like kids at this time?
They were kids
already.
They were like
16,
were ready
17?
to pop
already.
They were ready to pop. So, lo and behold, I could not get Richard to talk to Creon. I could not get Creon to talk to Rich. They would not go to the studio no more. And Colombians are knocking at my door. Where's our fucking money? I said, hey, give me some time. I'm going to get them back together. Guy, I would beg. Man, I need you guys, man. Come on, man. You're killing me here. So now it ain't gonna happen. Woo, woo, woo. I called one of the Colombians. I just can't get them back together. It's not gonna happen. Well, what about our money? A week goes by, and I get a knock on my door. At this time, I was driving a Lincoln Continental, snow white, white interior, beautiful car. Had his own light bill. Lots of gadgets. This shit was nice. A stinking Lincoln. I was cruising, and I would have drivers. So I get a knock at my door. Gosh, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At this time, I'm working for Budweiser. Okay. So, Javo, they talk like that. Hey, what's up? I need the keys to the car, man. I'm gonna go on a trip with my family to San Antonio. I'll have it back in a couple of days. What am I gonna say? I had already borrowed some money.
Yeah.
So I knew I'm grabbing my keys and I drop them in his hand, and he drove off with my car. I never saw that car again, bro. So it trickled downhill because I didn't have my car. I lost my job at Budweiser. I couldn't get back to work. My wife wanted to leave me at the time because I wasn't working. Shit hit the fan. All because I had gotten some investment money.
Yeah.
Right. About 7 months later, I see that same guy at a Circle K in another car, and I sneak up on him. I go, where the fuck's my car? Oh, how they stole it? What do you mean they fuck? He got out the car. We're fighting, woo, woo, woo. Then he pulls out a gun. Now he's chasing me, and then I'm chasing him, and we're all over the fucking place. I was pissed. At this time, wait a minute. I lost my Lincoln, but I'm driving my wife's car. This guy pulls back and hits the car. Oh, my God. I get home. My wife's pissed off. Oh, she's talking divorce. Now you wrecked my car. You don't have a car. You don't have a job. I'm feeling at the lowest point. All because I got some investment money.
Yeah.
So right around the time I was hanging around La Armada, I had a friend named Jimmy Booker. I would go over there all the time. Jimmy, if you're listening, you know what it is. Dabada was living there, too, at the time.
Does Jimmy Booker have a kid named Jimmy Booker, too?
I'm not sure if he does.
I'm thinking my dad's friend, too.
Okay, so Jimmy Booker, I showed up at Jimmy Booker's house, smoke session, back in those days. And there's 2 Colombians in the house. The same Colombians that did me wrong. All right. Over here is the Colombian that I fought at the store. And over here is the Colombian who lent him that car. He goes, Oye, Javo, you owe me $3,000. I said, for what the fuck for? You owe me money. Where's my car? I don't know about your car. I don't know what happened. Woo, woo, woo. But you owe me $3,000. How are you going to do it? Fuck. He's walking towards me with a hammer, bro. Here's where you get hood. Here's where you get hood. He's walking towards me. What are you going to do, Hob? You're going to get hit with the hammer or you're going to do something? So I clocked him. I don't know, God on my side, clocked him. He drops the hammer, and I rush him up against the wall, and I'm beating the living shit out of this guy. Pop, pop, pop. And then I feel something go clack. Pop, pop, pop. I'm getting hit with the Glock.
From the other dude.
There's only so much blood you can lose before you start fainting. So I start to slow down, and I'm like, whoa. So then my first instinct was to push my back to the wall, and I got a big old hole in my head. Blood dripping, I got scars, and then they put a Glock to my face. I've seen a barrel of a gun. I'm dying at the moment, and all I could say was this: you might as well kill me. He goes, or what, motherfucker? Or what? And I said, because I'm already dead. And let's say that this is what I did. Fucking bleed. And when you see blood, it gets worse. The pain gets worse. Yeah. I'll never forget saying this. Man, fuck you guys. And it was the longest walk to the front door because I knew they had a gun on me. I knew they were pissed. I was just waiting to get hit from behind. By the grace of God, I got out of that little apartment, got into my car, still bleeding, No, not coherent. I was like, when you get banged up so bad like that, your brain and there's air coming out of your head. I was just dying, bro. So my first intentions was to drive over to Dabada's house. I get off of my car, knock on his door. Dabada answers the boy, goes, "Ah, what happened?" I fainted on his couch, bleeding all over his couch. And Dabada, I'm sorry I did that, man, but Dabada saved my life that day. He got some cold rags with ice and trying to keep me alive because I was dying, bro. I swore up and down. I said, I will never deal with music again.
Dang.
And guys, let me tell you, until you have a Glock face at you, until you get hit with the Glock in the head, until you experience death, I've lost brain cells. I've had seizures. Sometimes I don't even remember anything. So if this interview, I need you guys to, if you can remember stuff that I don't remember, all you got to do is trigger it off and it'll come to me. But I did get beat down. I did get left for dead. And it changed my life forever because once I got beat, I think they either knocked something into place, but they did create a beast. They created a beast inside of me that wouldn't take shit no more. I wouldn't trust anybody no more. Anybody who came up to me that needed help with investments, I'd get the fuck away from me. I ain't dealing with that shit. Never. Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. Man. Hey, listen, Creon, Richard, it wasn't your fault. It just happened. And I think God had to put me in that position to see, hey, you're in a dangerous world. This ain't no game. You're borrowing money. Yeah. There's going to be problems and consequences. I never got the white car back. I ended up divorcing my wife because shit hit the fan. This is right about the time where I was homeless and I didn't have nowhere to go. This is where Happy Alone had a building downtown. And I basically begged Sammy, hey, Sammy, I'm a promoter, woo, woo, woo. If you give me some space, I'll work for free. Sammy goes, yeah, man, come in. So that's how that happened. Now, living at Happy Alone downtown, yeah. Oh, my God, Scagnetti.
Before we get there, did you ever get any music like on wax out of Korean Richard? No. Y'all just recorded at the studio, but y'all never got it?
Bro, I was so dead to that world.
Oh, really?
I don't, any recordings that I did get was in the garage or tapes and stuff like that. And don't get it twisted, Creon, I love you. Richard, I love you, but you don't even know the story that happened. I never felt I needed to tell y'all, but for you guys breaking up, my whole world came down. From divorce, losing my mind, getting hit in the head. That was a sacrifice that I did because I believed in you guys so much. So don't get it twisted. I have no ill feelings towards none of you. I still talk to Cool every so often, and Creon every time I see him. He's my brother. But I think that God makes you go through things so you learn a lesson. And now I have an inner beast, man. People that are out there, that I've lost it several times. I don't let anybody get in my zone. If you're 1 foot away from me, I'm trying to take your head off now because I've been there and done that. So don't get it twisted, man. I'm a host. I'm a very nice guy. I'll give you the world, but just know that I'm traumatized and there is a beast in me that won't let you get that close. And I'm sorry. There's people that hate on me. They hate me because here's the reason. There's people that are mad at me and will hate me because I won't work with you. I won't work with you because of my past experiences. Either A, you already have to be an A-lister. You have to be serious about your craft. You have to be ready. Yeah. If you're coming to me, hey, Hob, I'm going to make you famous. Fuck out of here. I've heard it all, King. I've heard people come up to me, man, if you shoot my video, I'm going to make you famous. Right. Oh, my God. Look, with the experiences that I've had, bro, with NSBS, it was hell. You got to imagine, I lost my wife. I lost my beautiful car. I lost my house. I ended up living downtown with Happy Alone.
Yeah, let's pick up right there. So you move in at Happy Alone downtown.
At the time, no. at the time. Oh, you know, we had Scagnetti, we had the studio, we had DJ Kane down there. Rewind that a little bit. After NSBS, during the NSBS, before all that incident, I was also managing DJ Kane and John Perez. They were called the Young and the Ruthless.
Was he still going by Lil J or something back
Lil
then?
J.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
man, that's a whole other story. Little J, I love him to death, but they had me in the gangster world. Little did I know, and Cree will tell you this, because in my house, we would all meet at my house. I had a makeshift studio. One time, I had Young and the Ruthless and NSBS at my house at the same time. You're talking about Ace of Spades and NSBS at my house, and there was going to be some shit going down. I had no idea. I was just trying to put groups together.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It wasn't until years later they told me they didn't know it was about to be a gunshot up in there. Like, man. So I've always dabbled with gangster music, bro.
Not even knowing.
Not even knowing, and look what happened. I got the worst end of the stick though. When I went to bed with those Colombians and borrowing money and almost getting killed and still have memory loss, and you know, I forget a lot, but like I said, God puts you in these situations because you've got to learn a lesson somehow.
Hold on, before we go
Somewhere.
to the Happy Alone too, like I said, Daddy Cree, he always talks about you being the first manager and stuff like that, and he always talks about the one show where they opened up for UGK, and I think
Oh yeah,
that you basically just showed up, told them, hey, these are my dudes, they hard
Yeah.
as hell, and basically they went from not even
Oh,
being
yeah.
on the show to basically being the act that went on right before UGK.
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
yes. Yellow Rose.
Yellow Rose.
Jesse Rodriguez. I went in there. I knew the group was going to do sound check like they always do.
Already.
I walked in there and talked to Jesse Rodriguez. Jesse Rodriguez introduced me to their management. I showed them my group, which is NSBS. They go, yeah, man, bring them along. That easy.
Dang.
Guys, the power of suggestion in this business, if you don't ask, you'll never know. So, yeah, it's been a rough road, man. It's been a very rough road. Talk about being gangster, being jumped, being almost killed. It's like a movie that I run over and over in my head. Sometimes I get headaches, and I know I'll touch my head. And, I mean, here's the scars, bro. They're there.
All
You know,
right.
that's a Glock scar. Those are called war wounds, right? But every time I touch my head or my head's hurting, I get mad. I get mad at the system. I get mad at the music industry. I get mad at the artists. I get so mad. I lock myself away.
Yeah.
I get mad at my wife for no reason sometimes. She's like, man, calm down. But I run that in my life. It's like a recurring movie when you have a gun to your face. It's no joke, bro. These guys were out to kill. I'm not going to say any names, but a couple of years later, those same guys that jumped me were put in jail for killing somebody. Okay, so they weren't
They weren't to play with.
they weren't the ones to play with. These guys would shoot you. I'm just very lucky I got away with that because that's just as gangster as you're ever gonna get, you know. And to be able to survive something like that and still be out here doing what I love to do with my own money now. I don't trust anybody with money, and that's just the way it is in this business. But yes, Daddy Cree, Richard, at that time were the best rappers, not only because they were black and Latino, because they had skill, sick skill. And, you know, and it's a crazy, but I still kind of try to wish they would get together and do one damn song. Do it for me, at least. Do me one song.
Daddy Cree, I send you to
Do
him,
me
man, and
one
say, Cree on
song.
Martin, watch it right now, man. You
Do me one song,
shit.
Daddy Cree.
Can we get
you know?
that request, man?
You know, Cool has continued writing Daddy Cree, and I think I got him at least to talk on the phone together a while back. They did
Alright.
talk on the phone together, woo, woo, woo. But I'm you know, I don't want to die without hearing them now. Because I know they would blow doors down. Daddy Cree, Coolie Cool, he calls himself the Brown Bomber now. But one of the best rappers ever. He was inspired by LL Cool J, so you can just imagine his style. And then Daddy Cree, always coming with it, man.
So that UGK one, was that like the first time that you had actually tried to get a group on a show?
Oh, no.
But that was your first group that you had tried to get on the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that they were so good. They saw the excitement in my voice. They saw my body language. Man, bring these guys in.
Oh, really?
And they murdered it.
Oh, really?
They murdered it. They got to hang out with the guys, And at the time, I mean, you don't think about these things. And I'm gonna say it like this: here we are.
You don't realize the moment that you're in at the time.
We're here with UGK, bro. They became huge.
Yeah.
It's like right now I'm sitting with you. You might be the next late night show host in 2 years, a year from now. So you got to appreciate moments like this, okay? Sure. I didn't know there was UGK. They didn't know it was NSBS.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to follow the trail. If you're really serious about it, don't waste people's time. That's the main thing. Don't waste people's time. If you're serious about your craft, and one thing that Dapper Don said that I really appreciate is you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah,
you have to invest in yourself, man.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about Dapper. So speaking of Dapper Don, he had told me to ask you about hosting for Showtime.
Oh man, there's another killer one right there. Shout outs going out to Emo. My friend Emo in Atlanta.
Y'all mind if I smoke a cigarette in here?
Go ahead. You're good. Emo's on. Shout out to Emo, Eric Moore in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him. I seen him too.
I love that's another one of my brothers out there, man. I met Emo, and guys, listen to this because this is where I got my hustle from. If I learned anything from Emo was not to be embarrassed to push your own music. Emo had a mixed CD out there, and he would park in front of Quick Stops, and everybody that walked in or out, hey. Come here. You like music?
Yeah.
Here, take it. It's yours.
Yeah.
For $5. Man, and I would sit in the car with him, and he taught me how to hustle. We would talk to everybody and anybody at the Quicks, anybody walking in, anybody walking out, and we were making hundreds of sales a night.
Where was this at?
Quick Stop, Atlanta.
How do you even end up in Atlanta?
Atlanta. Oh, my God. I get called up by my friend Vicente Castillo. Hey, I got a job for you up here.
Radio?
No. At a production filming.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Now, this is one of those one-stop shops where you can get photography, recorded, marketed, CD wrap, everything. And this was a place called ACP. All right. I can't remember the abbreviation, but lo and behold, the manager from there, the president from there got fired, and I was in Atlanta 3 months, and I became the president of ACP. What the fuck? Here I am in Atlanta.
Don't even know your way around Atlanta.
Big Mackin. Then I met Emo. Look him up, guys. Download his music. Emo was a hustler. And again, like I said, God puts certain people in your life to learn certain things. Emo was put in my life so I could learn how to hustle, how not to be embarrassed to greet just anybody. Black, white, Chinese, it didn't matter. Atlanta had them all. Yeah. Italians, too. And you would say, excuse me, you like music? Yes, I do. I'll talk to you when I come out. Okay, I'm going to be waiting for you.
He wasn't afraid to put himself out there because a lot of people have products and they scared to.
Bro, you can't get local artists to sell their own because it's too embarrassing for them. Bro, if you can't push your own music.
Yeah.
Me and Emo would sit in front of a Quick Stop. I'm talking about the front door. I'd sit in the passenger seat. We had James in the back, and he was driving. We'd get a quart of beer each, and we're sipping in front of Quick Stop, and everybody knew us. Oh, I already bought one yesterday. I saw y'all last week. I got one already. So that was the thing. That was the saying.
So y'all was bleeding that Quick Stop, man. They got
I learned that. Take it. It's yours for $5.
Oh, man.
So we would pack $5. We would stay at one thing about Atlanta, it had a big loop. Like San Antonio has two loops.
1604.
Yeah. Atlanta has a loop. So we take the loop and stop at one Quick Stop, then on to the next Quick Stop, and we make our round at night, make about $1,000.
The Quick Stop boys.
$1,000. Yeah. Hey, Emo, I love you for that. You taught me the grind.
He said the greatest mixtape ever.
The greatest. That's where I got that from. The greatest. And this was every time at Quick Stop, somebody would buy it, and next thing you know, they'd be bopping it in their car.
Oh,
So
really?
everybody, where you get that at? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a thing. The greatest mixtape ever. Emo became one of my brothers in Atlanta, my partner out there. We did a lot of shows out there, talent shows and stuff. So already I met up with Digital Dope in Atlanta, and I hosted their car shows with, God, what's his name? Zoe? He's in Atlanta. He's a big...
Gorilla Zoe?
No, man. It'll come to me.
Already.
Beethoven, Gucci Man, before they became Gucci Man.
Zaytoven. Zay.
I used to hang with them guys.
What?
Digital Dope. I did their car shows, bro.
Yeah, he said Roland and Zaytoven.
Roland and Zaytoven from Digital Dope in Atlanta would have me do their car shows. I'll never forget. They invited me to a lingerie contest. We're in Atlanta with some of the hottest women ever in lingerie. Excuse me, Stella, but I got to tell this one. Emo comes out there, right? They're fine. And I'm the one hosting, bringing out the next babe on the stage, really? Right? But I'll never, Emo, don't hate me, brother, but Emo, I said, go ahead, Emo, make it rain. He's like, this motherfucker.
God damn, you said it on, you put him on the spot.
I put him on the spot. He was pissed off, and I'm sorry, man. Emo, you'll never forget that, man. But oh man, he had like $100, but he had to throw it all on stage. He was pissed off at me. My brother Emo showed me the grind. Through Emo, I met so many people. Like Young Jeezy had a van doing the same thing. Young Jeezy was doing the same thing. He had a street team that would follow us around because we were hitting the quick stops.
Was this before Jeezy was Jeezy?
Before Jeezy was Jeezy, yes. He was doing the same thing in a van out there, right? This was the best part of Atlanta. I met a guy named Rick Hamadi who introduced me to Keith Walker. Keith Walker knew I was a cameraman. He hired me to follow Def Jam when they were in town. I'm like, what? Who am I following? He goes, you're going to follow Jay-Z and Beyonce and Rick Ross. Ew. So I'm like, shit. I call Emo. Emo, I need a grip, man. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, just come with me, Emo. Bro, we went to the hotel. We're waiting on Jay-Z and Beyonce. Rick Ross is blowing big in a Suburban. We knock on the window, and he's opening up like, new money. Whoa, what up? He goes, okay, can we interview you? We had the big cameras. So we did an interview with Rick Ross right there in the parking lot. And I think he was sitting with Benny Siegel. Okay? Blowing big. So me and Emo's like, what the fuck? Emo's an artist, and we're interviewing Rick Ross. I already had a little journalism experience, so I came across professional, and Rick Ross gave me the interview.
Already.
Yeah? So it was time to go.
For free?
Yeah.
Already.
Bro, he was in the back.
Because you came with the professionalism
already. Bro, he was in the back of a Suburban. We're waiting for Jay-Z to come down. So get this. Crazy. Can't make this up. Jay-Z comes down, Beyonce, Usher, Cat Williams, and they jump into another Cadillac Escalade, and Rick Ross and them, they go, we got to go. So they have two motorcycle police officers taking them down to a club named Velvet. They were doing 120 miles. We could not keep up with them, bro. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Benny Siegel, Freeway, they're all in this, what do they call it, barricade? With the police.
Police escort.
They fucking took off on the freeway, but we knew where we needed to be, Club Velvet. Man, when we showed up to Club Velvet, Keith Walker had our backstage passes. Not no regular backstage passes. We were cameramen, and we were there to follow Def Jam. So get this. We're on stage with nothing but the best stars in Atlanta. Jay-Z, Rick Ross. Jay-Z had his bottle he was selling out. It was called Spade. It was gold.
Already.
I drank the shit out of his bottle.
Damn.
Okay? So we filmed. We got to hang out with them, me and Emo, and then we went to an after party. Stella, forgive me, but this after party, we went to a strip bar where, when I say strip bar, it ain't like Corpus where they're wearing thongs and a bra. A strip bar in Atlanta is stripped to the bone, okay?
Yeah.
There was a man there giving away $50,000 on stage. Jazzy Faye, T.I. We did the last interview with T.I. before he went to prison.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
Is that Droop?
Yes, sir.
Droopy!
You can have a seat over here, Droop shit.
Droopy Droop just walked in right here, bro. How you doing, Papa? Good. No, you're good, man. Good to see you, little bro. Oh, you know me. I'm doing good. Telling all. Where was I, guys?
In Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta. Oh, the strip.
The fully.
Oh, yeah. These girls don't play. But that night, there was a guy giving away $50,000. And when I say he was giving it away, bro, he had the crate on the stage. And I'm just going to say it like this, bro. Every rapper that was big time at that time was at that bar. And they were standing around the stage as these girls danced over a thick layer of money like that. Nobody was touching it. Trust me, I had the camera and I want to grab some money off that stage, but you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
You don't grab it. It's just, it's a rule.
Yeah.
Money is flying. I'm filming. The girls aren't even touching the money. They're rolling around. Everybody's there, bro. Everybody's there. And I'm filming and everything goes slow motion on me. I'm in hell. This is hell. Naked women, money, drink, the root of all evil. I was there. And me and Emo kept looking at each other like, what the fuck are we doing here? Emo, did you grab some money?
Emo says y'all drink all they goddamn alcohol, though.
We did, bro. We did. But, you know, Javo G.
He said we drink all they shit.
Javo G, I'm not going to lie, guys. Nobody saw me, but I'm filming like this. And I'm sticking money in my jacket. I came out with like about $200, bro. But that was Atlanta, man. I had a great time in Atlanta. I had the great pleasure of shooting for Ludacris, following him around with the Ludacris Foundation. So I more or less became a Def Jam photographer.
Oh, really?
You know, Ludacris, I got to meet him. One thing about Ludacris that he did do, he was very quiet, but he took about 100 kids to a theater to show a movie that he was in. He was narrating a movie and gave everybody Pumas. Every single kid at the Ludacris Foundation, my job was to film that whole event. So I worked with Luda, I worked with Jay-Z, I worked with Young Jeezy, I worked with Emo. Atlanta, I landed in Atlanta. They knew who Javo G was.
He says you drank out of Jay-Z's bottle.
I did. I did. No joke, man. No joke. Atlanta was a trip. Again, it goes to prove that God puts you in places to learn your craft. And I think he did that for me so that I can be amongst big stars and not trip. Some people still trip when they see a big star and they choke. Yeah. Man, I've been around them.
Yeah.
You know?
They're just normal people.
You better believe that. We're normal people. They're normal people. And I think if you act scary, they're not going to want to talk to you. Because they don't want to be embarrassed on an unprofessional interview.
How did you even get into the video game?
Oh, man. I've always been into the video game. Since I was a kid, I was the one filming little movies as a kid with the VHS.
So your parents had the camcorder as a kid or whatever?
Oh, Radio Shack.
Oh, really?
They had the little VHS, and I would put little stuff together. And, you know, then you had the disposable cameras. I would take photos, yada, yada. But I became a videographer when my friend Vincent Castillo called me to Univision, Corpus Christi. They needed a cameraman for news. I had no idea how to work a camera. He goes, come over, dude. We need a cameraman. I'll teach you. Dude, you can't get better schooling than that. He was amazing at what he did. And then he taught me everything he knew. He goes, I'm only going to teach you some. I don't want you to get better than me, but you are going to take it on your own. So I was with those Jurassic Park. Park cameras, man. And these things have a lot of buttons you got to know.
Yeah.
And, woo. I mean, I learned them. And through him, I learned to be a cameraman for amazing reporters. Not only did he take me to Univision Corpus Christi, but then I also got the experience to become a reporter.
So your first ever camera job was working for
the news.
Come on, man.
But you know what? That's the best way to learn.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Get this. I worked for Univision Corpus Christi. And then he took off to Carbondale, Illinois. A few years I didn't hear from him. And then he called me. Well, I'm at a radio booth at Magic here in Corpus. And he calls me from out of the blue. How about, what are you doing right now? I said, I'm at the station right now. I'm on the air. He goes, do you like what you're doing? I said, man, it's okay. Do you want to come to Carbondale? I have another job for you. I go, hold on, Vince. I look around. When you coming? When are you coming? He goes, I'm going to be there next week. So I made my amends with everybody, left the job, packed up my little bag, say bye to mom and dad. He came in a U-Haul. We took his car that he had here, and we moved to Carbondale, Illinois. And now I'm shooting for ABC News.
Dang.
With his teachings here for Univision, he was ready to take me out there.
To the next level.
Bro, I worked with some of the amazing reporters, anchors. We went to governors' houses. It's a whole different level. You better be professional. I learned about lighting. I learned about angles. I learned about framing. And these reporters, if you make them look bad one time, I will never use your ass. So you had to be on point. So when I shoot a video, it's on point. I don't let my artists look stupid. And they're like, what are you doing with my hair? I go, dude, you got to have everything right. You're wrinkled. I mean, because I've had reporters, shout out Daphne Plump, one of my favorite reporters. She was a black reporter. Stories in Carbondale, there's still racism out there. Not to change the story, but me and her covered some stories of the Ku Klux Klan out there, man. You would go to a place called Benton, Illinois, and I don't know, why would they send a Mexican and a black reporter to Benton? Dude, they still had a fucking hanging noose in the center of the city, and I'm out there living not knowing about this, bro. So I learned racism. I learned how to be with the best, with the richest, with the poorest. I learned so much by being a news reporter because you have to realize every day you have a story. How about you going to go cover this gunshot? How about you got to go cover this accident? How about go meet the governor? President so-and-so is going to be over here. There's a debate. You know, every day you're producing something, so nothing comes crazy to me.
Were you interviewing at that time, or you were just cameraman?
I was interviewing as well, because sometimes they'd send you as a one-man band. I need to go. Governor so-and-so is waiting for you. You need to be there at 3 o'clock. You set up lighting, cameras, action, boom. He's at his desk, and you're asking the questions with the mic like this. Man, I met Blagojevich. I met some of the governors from out there, and very important people. Blagojevich, I just felt something about Blagojevich. We went to his house. Next thing you know, when I left, he's a prison. He was a crooked governor. You know, I'm like, I knew it. I would go to his house. He had a crazy house, stupid house. But, you know, stuff like that I never forget. Again, God puts you in places to learn different crafts. So the cameraman thing came from working at Univision, Telemundo, ABC News, and so forth, man. I became professional. I got so professional that sometimes they would send me on a live truck. Now, that's a whole other beast. A live truck, you would have to drive miles away, set up satellite, get your cameras ready, get a signal to bounce back to the station on your own, and still get cameras and do an interview. Live. We're going in 5, 4, 3.
And this is live. This isn't something you're recording and sending back to the station. This is
Javo G by himself in a live truck going to go get stories with or without a reporter. So some of these experiences that I've had, bro, stay in my mind. Let me share this with you. Watch what you ask for. Watch what you ask for. There was a guy named Tyson. He was a brand new cameraman, and he was there for a week. He goes, how do you stand this?
This is in Carbondale?
This is in Carbondale, Illinois. He goes, this shit sucks.
What?
I thought it was going to be action and woo, woo, woo. I thought I was going to get some action. I'm just doing gasoline station stories and shit. I don't like this shit. It's about 10 o'clock at night. News is at 10 to 10:30. We're listening to the scanner, and here comes a major alert about a man who was hit by an Amtrak.
What?
I said, Tyson, you want to go? We look at the clock. We can go get it. He goes, fuck it, let's go. So here we go, like from Corpus to Robstown.
Yeah.
It was dark. Sure enough, we see the wreckage. The debris of a car. He goes, where's the fucking car? I go, now we got to find the train. So the train was about a mile away that way. We had to backtrack and go back there. I said, come on, Tyson, grab the camera. He goes, what the fuck? So we walk down a ditch, up a ditch, and sure enough, bro, there's an Amtrak train smoking. The conductor's out there smoking, all nervous, and there's a car wrapped in front of
Did the train fall off the?
No, it hit it and took it a whole mile. The man was still in the car, sitting up like this. I can't lie.
When y'all get there.
When we get there, the car is smashed to his size of his body. And he's looking straight with no movement. I said, film that, Tyson. He goes, is he alive? I go, nah, he's gone. He ain't gone. And he's like, how about he's dead? I go, that's what you wanted. Film it. Film it. The ambulance wasn't there yet. EMS, police, nobody. We were there. We were the first on site. And we talked to the conductor. He was like, I don't know. He just came out of nowhere. He was parked. He wouldn't move. So we got that on video. And Tyson's filming blood, blah, blah, blah. And then the ambulance showed up. First thing they do is, what the hell are y'all doing? Get out of here.
Oh, man.
So we stay across the ditch.
Yeah.
And they pick up a blanket. They take the body out. You know, they used the jaws of life, took the top off, took the body out. And I'm sorry, guys, this is gruesome. But when they sat him down and he laid back, his head peeled back and like a bucket of water just peeled blood everywhere. Tyson started crying. I go, what are you crying about? He goes, that guy's not going home tonight. I go, isn't that what you wanted? Action? You know what I'm saying? Watch what you ask for. I had already seen dead bodies. With my incident, with the gun on, that doesn't faze me.
Yeah.
I've seen dead bodies, but I told he quit the next day.
Dang.
So you got to watch what you ask for. Stories like that, I'll never forget because he asked for it. I want some action. Boy, God put him in there. You know, so stories like that are endless. I've got so many stories of dead bodies that I've seen and I've filmed. And when I first got to Carbondale, Illinois, I've never driven in snow. You know what they tell me to do? How about grab one of the units?
Vic is asking what years were you in Carbondale, if you recall.
Man, gosh, 15, 16 years
He said
ago.
because he remembers that Amtrak accident.
Who is it, Tyson?
Vic said that. Vic A1?
I don't know. I don't know who Vic A1 is, but Vicente Castillo.
A1, his brother was down with
Over there in Carbondale?
Happy Alone. Because he's steady saying we're gonna get to the Happy Alone. We're gonna get back to the Happy Alone in a little while.
There's just so many stories, man. I'm lost right now.
Yeah, he says
get me back on track. The Amtrak incident happened. Tyson, the whole moral of that story is watch what you ask for because you will get it one way or another.
You remember what year that was?
Damn, bro. You're talking about 16, 17 years?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like in the early 2000s?
Yeah, it's been way back, yeah.
Okay, somebody had commented also too, said hashtag massive action. Is massive action like a group or was that like
massive action? That's got to be
Stan
the man. That's Stan the
Medina.
man. He's got Stan the man. Collision. Let me plug him in. Stan the man is one of my boys here in Corpus Christi. I love him because he's a go-getter. He's a hustler. This guy can get any celebrity and sit down with them. I'm talking about A1 Hollywood celebrities. He's got A1 Collision. What is it called, babe? Collision here in Corpus Christi. Stan, if you ever wreck your car, take it to Stan. Give me the name of that company. He's amazing, man.
And Eric Emo earlier had said too about Greg Street. Did y'all work with Greg Street?
Do you know who Greg Street is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Greg Street.
Legend. Goddamn legend.
Okay,
Sheesh.
that legend, when we showed up at Velvet with cameras and Jay-Z and all them, me and Greg Street locked eyes.
Oh, man.
And I'm talking about he was like, and I don't know who the hell Greg Street is.
Oh, really?
But I think he felt the presence of what the hell is this guy?
Oh, really?
He's the only Latino here.
Oh, really?
Who let this guy in? So yeah, Greg Street and I, we locked eyes.
Oh,
and then we
really?
were in the VIP. He really wanted to know who we are and why do they got cameras? Why are they filming? Blah, blah, blah.
Already. All right, let's go back. Okay, you say your wife leaves you. You lost your job. You done lost your car and everything. Now you reach out to Sammy, ask him, can you basically have a place to stay to do some work for them? He agrees, and what goes on from there? What happens from there?
Man,
What is your? Let's go talk about cover your time with Happy Alone.
You know, Happy Alone was in the middle of First of all, they had a really nice building down there. I don't know what it was before, but it had like offices.
They said it was an old radio station. Whenever we did the interview with Scagnetti, he said that
I don't know what it was.
Happy Alone, whenever they were the first tenants in that building after the radio station had left.
Yes. Sammy Garcia had that place popping. He had a studio downstairs. He had offices. He had a kitchen. He had an upstairs. There was a shower. It was a house. It was a big old office house. And I asked him if I can have a room in there. You know what? I'll do promotions for you guys. Oh, my boy Esparza just showed up.
Everybody want to show up for
man,
the
good,
G
man. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad y'all are here, man. Legends in the
sure.
business, man. I love it. I love it.
sure.
But living with Happy Alone was an experience in itself, man. Again, you had Scagnetti. You had DJ Kane, all right? John Pettis.
Oh, DJ Kane was over there at the time
Yeah,
too?
yeah. We were all Sammy Garcia.
Still going by Lil J too, huh?
Lil J.
Yeah, already.
Lil J, I started managing Young and the Ruthless back in the NSBS days as well. Then he got shot
Lil J?
on a drive-by.
Damn,
I get a call. Little J just got shot. I'm like, what the fuck am I involved here with? You know, what is going on?
And they're all young as hell. Too
Yes.
at the time, so you don't know.
And I could have been there. I could have been there. So my thing was this: when I saw talent, I was like flies on shit. I mean, I got to get these guys out. I got to get these guys out of here. I've got to get this talent out of here. It needs to get seen, dude. I don't know if you know Jason Kyle. Besides the Cumbia Kings,
Yeah.
that boy does reggae. He raps, killer rapper, bro. And then he would throw some singing into it.
Yeah.
So it was on you. And then John Pettis, he's amazing too. He's a piano player now in jazz. Amazing group, man. Amazing group. I'll never forget. They told me to go into the studio at Hacienda Records to do the intro for this this group, Young and the Ruthless. So that was the first time I got in the studio. And then on a tape.
Oh, shit.
You know? So those guys were amazing, man. Until he got shot. I visited him in the hospital. He was laid up. I was like, Jesus, what am I into here? What's going on? Here we go again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a great experience hanging out with NSBS, Young and the Ruthless. Of course, Dabada came into the picture as well. Big E, I don't know if y'all remember Big E Rodriguez. That dude was awesome too. Who else was out there in that time here in Corpus? I'll never forget that Young and the Ruthless opened up for Kid Frost.
Oh, shit.
At Club Rio when it was in Park Del Plaza.
Oh, shit.
These guys come out with bulletproof vests. I'm like, what do you need that for? It's again, being naive, like, fuck, what am I into, man? Dude, and so, you know, Kid Frost let them open up. They did a great show. This is back when there was the club, had a second level, and you can see the group from up there.
Already.
And these guys are walking around with their bulletproof vests. Even Sammy had one on, like, what is going on? Who are we waiting on? Who's going to hit us or what? Got to meet Kid Frost. He was a cool dude that night. But again, this was one of the things that when any group came into town, I had no problem talking to their management.
So what was the name of Lil J's crew?
Young and the Ruthless.
They were under Happy Alone?
They were under me before
shit.
Happy Alone.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So what was your position over there with Happy Alone? And
My
Sammy
position
and
was
Scagnetti and them?
was a promoter.
Okay.
Getting them out, getting them noticed. And I was good at art at the time, like what Playboy does now.
Yeah.
I would make flyers, the backstage. Marketing, bro.
Yeah.
Making sure they were heard. My little ass did. I got Young and the Ruthless, Big E. I want to say NSBS was there too. Some other groups. I bought a little time with Edo Kanyes at Z95.
Oh, shit.
Stupid little $300 advertising. You know, back then you don't know shit. I went in to talk to Edo Kanyes. I go, I'm going to throw a little concert. He goes, where? Right here, real close by. Woo, woo, woo. Well, won't you know that Edo Kanyes showed so much love with that $300 that place blew up?
Damn.
It was like the first time we made money.
Already.
And I'll never forget, Edo Kanyes, much love to you. He goes, Javo, you're going to be huge. I need you to sign my wall. So he takes me to this wall of all these people that go to Z95. So I signed under, guess who? Boys to Men. He signed it right here. So he already, we had to make that contact back then as a promoter. I made my first show with those guys. They were all happy. So that's when that started, bro. I knew there was money to be made. But my main goal was to get these artists out of here. I want to see him in Houston. I want to see him in New York. I want to see him on TV.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was my goal.
Real
talk.
And with the Showtime thing, I forgot. I don't know if we got to it now. What was you doing with the Showtime thing?
Emo and myself were doing promotions around Atlanta. We had a place called, Emo, help me out, Prague in Motion. Prague in Motion was owned, I want to say, by some people from Ireland. They were Irish. And I went in there and I said, look, we want to do a show, like a talent show on a Friday. And they were like, racist. When they saw Emo.
Oh, man.
We don't want none of that shit here. We don't cater to blacks. We don't do that here. I go, man, y'all are missing out on a whole different crowd. Lo and behold, my mouthpiece turned the tables on it, and we had a show there.
Damn.
We had some of the best talent. Prague in Motion, the owners were all like, we had it packed. People were drinking. They were making money. They loved us.
Yeah.
Somebody's passing around flyers for a boxing event coming up. I said, man, what you got there? Boxing event? Okay. For more information, call this.
You didn't recognize none of the boxers in there?
No, I'm like, why are you passing out flyers at our event? First of all, I was pissed. Like, dude, this is our event. You're hounding
You
our
ain't gonna
event.
get no free promo off us.
Bro, give me that damn flyer. So I grabbed the flyer. Bro.
I do that.
Okay, so check this out, bro. I get the flyer. For more information, call this number. So I'm kind of pissed off, right? And I've already got a few drinks in my system. You can ask Emo. I was crazy in Atlanta. So I called the number.
Yo.
Hello, this is Mr. Banks. Mr. Banks, I hear you're having a boxing event. No, you're good.
Okay.
I hear you're having a boxing event. He goes, yes, sir. Do you have a host yet? He goes, as a matter of fact, we're looking for somebody. I said, say less. I'm your man.
Hey.
I'm at my party and it's loud. I'm your man. He goes, you have any experience?
You called it right then and
Yes.
Hey.
What do you have? When is this boxing event? Woo, woo, woo. He goes, do you have any experience? I go, I sure do. Lying? I'm lying? He goes, well, let me hear a spill. Fuck. Weighed in at 110 pounds from Catskills, New York, with 10 wins, 9 by the way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid Candle. He goes, you got the job. Call me tomorrow. Call me tomorrow. I call him the next day. He goes, do you have a tuxedo? I go, no. You need a tuxedo. This is Showtime.
Oh, shit.
Showtime Boxing Atlanta. That's how I got that gig, bro. By taking that call, taking incentive. You never know until you ask. Oh, no. You've seen movies
You can send it to us and we'll post it on the page afterwards. Yeah.
Oh, no, get this. Botha was fighting. Some of the best boxers.
Francois Botha?
Botha was fighting, bro. I mean, I introduced all these guys, and I'm doing Showtime Boxing from that call.
But the flyer didn't say none of
Because of the flyer. It was a boxing event, and I called.
But it didn't say who was actually fighting.
No.
Oh, okay.
But check this out. While I'm on the ring, inside the ring, doing the whole announcing thing, I get a note passed to me. Here, take this. Take it. I'm like, call Holyfield onto this. I'm like, what? Holyfield was ringside the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, Evander Holyfield is here. Come on up, Evander. And he coming up there, and he does his little spill, and I'm just looking at his ear. I'm looking at his ear, bro. But lo and behold, man, I've been in some very amazing places that I can't even explain. In the same ring with Holyfield and doing Showtime, the way that I got that gig, guys, you just got to go for it sometimes. The just do it is just do it.
Was that like a one-off thing, or
They called me back for several boxing events.
Man, that's what's up.
A lot of boxing.
And this was
events.
broadcast on Showtime?
Showtime Television, brother. Showtime Television. I did boxing for them. I could not travel because I was in the way moving back to Corpus.
Okay.
So I kind of left that whole scene, but I did the circuit out there.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
nice. You meet a lot of wonderful people in the boxing industry. So I did that. It was a lot of fun. Atlanta was a learning. I want to say it was like my university, my college. I learned the street game. I learned the hustle. I learned not to be embarrassed to sell and meet people. When I brought that hustle to Corpus, I moved back to Corpus. This is right around where Freddie Urban.
Already, right when they were starting that.
Freddie Urban, I was like, shit. I came in the first day. By the next day, I was hired by Freddie Urban. that was my hustle.
All
what do
right.
y'all got going? What's going on? No, whoa. Dude, I'm your man for everything. I shoot video. I do this. I do that. And I started shooting videos. I started doing interviews with the artists, the Gabe Parkers. You know? Just an amazing time, bro. We came down here. Oh, my people. I shot live. I shot all the videos for all those artists that were part of Freddie Urban. We had a little hoopty. We had a little Lincoln that said Freddie Urban. We drove it around for a few months. But nevertheless, it didn't work out.
Yeah, they've told stories on how it kind of like.
It didn't work out because J. Kaz, what an amazing artist. J. Kaz belonged in California. He belonged out there, big time in it. But they said somebody brought in some fried chicken into the studio, had grease all over the place, somebody stole an accordion. I don't know, could have been made up just to demolish the...
Already.
Hey, in the 20 years that we've been here, nobody's ever stolen anything, but we're missing a fucking accordion. And there's grease all over the damn fucking studio. Okay? All right. The next day we had a table meeting where everybody's there, and they told us there's no more Freddie Urban until that fucking accordion shows up. And it never did. So from one day to another, there was no more Freddie Urban.
Damn.
Yeah, we were stuck with no record label now. We just blew it.
Damn, from one day to the next.
It was done. We lasted 4 or 5 months.
Damn.
Doing our thing. I took the guys to the Valley. San Antonio, Laredo, we did shows. But I mean, God forgive me, but some of these guys wouldn't even sell their own CD.
Yeah, because wasn't it like a contest or something? Some part of it was like a
Block
contest.
to the booth.
The block to the booth.
Block to the booth. And I would do all the...
Already.
I did all the interviews for Block to the Booth.
Did you do the video for that Forever Holding It Down? The one they did for the football team at the time?
Yes, I did. I sure did. Oh, man, that video right there would play every week at the Jumbotron. Yes, dude, that was one of my
favorite. The
favorite.
red button.
That was one of my favorite ones right there. Forever We Hold It Down was the Sharks.
Already.
Yeah.
We
Sharks
had
at the
the
time.
Corpus Christi Sharks, yeah.
That song was ahead of its time. So was that video.
Oh,
Because I
man.
don't think anybody was shooting like at that top angle. Like, bro, I peep all that shit that's doing video shit on my side. So I peep when y'all were doing that amazing shit.
Thank
that
you,
video
man.
was
Thank
definitely
you.
ahead
Well,
of
you
its
see,
time.
that's some
that
of
whole
the
movement was.
That's some of the style that I brought back from Carbondale, Illinois, and Atlanta, and some of the stuff that was going on out there. Big story. When I came back from Atlanta, I wanted to show Corpus love and do those type of videos.
What brought you back to Corpus?
My
Did you
family.
plan on making Atlanta your home, or you always knew that was just a little stop that you were gonna make, and you would always make it back? Or did you in your mind think this is probably gonna be my home? Did you ever think that?
I stayed 4 years.
So it was home.
It was home for 4 years.
Already.
You know, and then I had my kids growing up down here. Sometimes you just got to come home.
Already.
I think I was packed full of knowledge. I think I was ready to come back and make an impact in the city.
Already.
So when I came back, yeah, it was a letdown, Freddie Urban, but I still had my craft. Shout outs going out to Jay Styles. He's one of the first ones that hired me to do a video.
Already.
Fuck that video, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was, Esparza.
I was there. You know what's funny is I went to the fucking shoot and I'm right outside the frame. I always thought that was funny as shit. I always fuck with Marcus about that. But now that you here, now I can tell that part to you.
Okay.
When we were at the park in Hillcrest, when we shot that scene with all
How
the
many
motorcycles,
people showed up?
A shitload of people.
Thank you.
Marcus got a following like a motherfucker.
Let me
bro.
tell you, Jay Styles had no problem paying close to $1,000 for a video. But for $1,000, I got him a Lear jet, motorcycles, low riders. I mean,
Alligators,
everything he
big ass
wanted.
python.
Everything he wanted. Because that's the style I wanted to bring. Listen, because this is very important, guys. When I came back, I had that whole Atlanta big market video in my head.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come down here and shoot 3 locations, 3 changes. Fuck out of here. I wanted to come down and do concept videos.
Movies.
Jay Styles, how much gonna video? It's gonna be $1,000. No problem. Here's 5, and let's do the other 5. So I had no problem. I had him a fucking convertible Corvette, a Lear jet that he got to be in it, a boxing ring, all kinds of stuff. And everybody came out and showed him love. All right? That was $1,000 video. And then we have a guy from San Antonio, not even from here, not going to say no names. Everybody knows him. He came in with $400 videos. And everybody flocked to him. Nobody would pay $1,000 because he's popping them out at $400. All right? So that's where I think Corpus went wrong. They started getting these videos that were just pop out videos.
Yeah, because this shit right here, bro, is
Thank you.
upper level shit. Like nobody's in a private jet.
That was what I brought.
What's the name of the song?
Get Like Me. This
Get
is
Like
Johnny Moog, right?
Shout outs to Jay Styles, Johnny Moog. Shout outs to Steve Gonzalez and myself.
Heavy Hands is in the background of that video too.
Bro, and not just because it's my video and Steve, but I think that's one of the hottest videos still to date because of the community that came out, the jet, the rooftop of downtown. We had a rooftop on a building. We just went all out, bro.
Already.
For $1,000. And that's what I was hoping to do is bring that to the city of Corpus. All right?
Yeah.
Ryan Bazan is a hustler, but he's from San Antonio. And no.
He ain't gonna say no names.
No. Listen, because it's got to be
No,
told.
fuck that. We speak the truth on here.
It's got
Man. Hell yeah. Fuck that. Hell yeah.
I ain't never lied.
Hell yeah.
Ryan Bazan, I love your hustle, but really, he came down here to shoot just videos, man. And all these Mexican rappers, black rappers from Corpus gravitated to him because it was cheap. It was affordable. Okay? You weren't getting the storyline. It was 3 locations, 3 changes, $400. And he was popping them out. Well, guess what that did to my business? Guess what that did to the look of Corpus? Huh? Okay? That's where Corpus never launched off. Ryan Bazan, since then, has become a beast because he knows what it takes.
I haven't heard from him since on the real shit.
Well, now he does Tejano.
Okay.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I heard why he moved. Because the Tejano was never any trouble with the money or wasn't no trouble shooting the video, period. It was just good business all around compared to we might get shot on this set that we doing over here type of shit.
So
you know?
So Ryan Bazan would come in from San Antonio, have about 4 rappers, and make his money and go back to San Antonio, edit it. You had the video the next day. What a business. Mm-hmm. But you fail to realize that he was just popping out videos with no concepts, bro.
Yeah.
Ryan, I love you, bro, but it's the truth. What I had in mind was videos like Jay Styles
stories.
Fucking movies.
Yeah, mini movies.
Okay? But unfortunately, our rappers from Corpus, they didn't have money. They were on a budget. Let's just do a fucking video when you could have just saved another $500 and get a Learjet or a helicopter. Real talk, man. I'm not here to bullshit you. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Illinois. I've been to LA. I've been to New York shooting videos. I know what it entails to make a star. I've been around the biggest stars. So when I hear an artist call me, hey, man, how much for a video? Well, if you're asking, it's too much already. So
you were trying to set a bar. That's what you were trying to set a bar.
Say less.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do, to set a bar.
Yeah.
If you're going to, it has to be up to par with Jay Styles.
I talk about that all the time. Setting the bar.
So that video right there, thank you for reminding me. That video
for sure.
right there.
That's what I'm here for, because I got some of these sides too.
Remember, I've been hit in the head, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I was listening to all that. Those videos at that time put Marcus on another level. Ooh. Like, he was already doing it rap-wise, but when you added the visuals to what the fuck we knew.
That's what it was supposed to do.
Match the fuck up. And that's what took him to do the events that he did. Like when he did Downtown, like that wasn't no regular fucking album release at a fucking local corner.
I hosted that I loved it.
I know.
Yeah.
So, man. And that bitch was packed as fuck.
That's the one we were at Havana?
It was the one before.
Because I've heard he's done like 3 or 4 of them.
Havana Downtown.
Yeah.
One of the best events ever, man. We showed out at that old bank. Downtown Corpus Christi, his name was on the marquee.
Yeah.
I was very proud. Limousine showed up, yada, yada. We were up to par. Hip-hop was going big right there already, And I got to say these stories because I know what happened, man. It's lack of money, lack of passion for your craft, and let's just throw something out there sometimes. That doesn't work. If you're going to make it in the big market, you've got to be doing those big productions, you know? So that's what happened there, mis amigos. I got to let you know, when Ryan Bazan came in and swooped the city, he didn't have passion for the city's artist.
No, he's
a San Antonian.
Yeah, it's just a lick.
I ain't hating on you, bro, but the truth is you came in and swooped all these non-ballers that weren't paying for videos. You know, I wanted to set a bar, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else paid over $1,000 for a video ever since.
Yeah. Unless you got a D Green, probably.
Well, I mean,
I love D Green. Now, D Green, my hat goes off to you. When I was moving around to different cities, D Green was already doing his thing. And that's when you know you can pass the baton.
Yeah.
Me and D Green have talked. We've taken pictures together. I applaud him. I love him for the simple reason he's from Corpus.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. He's not
I have no hate against him because he's doing big things now.
Yeah.
And he's not cheap.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna say no $300 video. Fuck out of here. Sorry, I get mad because Corpus, I've got to smack you around, guys. If you want to make it big, you want to put Corpus in the Mac, you need big productions. We have that guy. MC Magic hired him in California to go film out there.
With that other girl, too.
He's out there with Mexican 03. Touring
OT,
around.
yeah, Mexican OT, yeah.
They were on a fucking show in New York. So when I say D Green Films, man, I got nothing but praise for him because he took that baton and ran. You know, after Matador Productions, I kind of I gave it up filming. You know, with digital cameras coming out every single year, like the iPhone 15 already.
Yeah.
What is it, 16?
We had 15.
Okay,
What,
so
we had 14,
camera.
15 that shit? I don't even
First
fucking
it
know
was
shit.
high definition, then 4K, then 8K. Now it's something else. I'm done. I was done,
It's
bro.
crazy because I was just thinking about this maybe like last night or earlier today. I can't remember how like I remember back in the day on like the Time Warner box you could like watch like KIII and it was like the standard and it was like channel 5 or you could like switch to like 305 and it would be like the HD version.
Yeah.
You remember?
A little bit wider screen. You see more of the set.
Yeah.
You see the sides of the set. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, it was hard to keep up with the cameras. You know, I've come from Jurassic News cameras to handheld cameras to remember the Sonys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they became DAT cameras. I was like, Jesus, when does it stop?
You got the reds and all that stuff.
Bro,
now.
I done seen you go from the fucking shoulder cannon to, you know what I mean, to one hand to two.
To brother, I'm shooting videos on this now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what I was going to say.
And let
That's
me
got to
say
be a
something.
fucking movement for you because you're like, shit, I can pull this. It's
day.
already in my pocket.
All day. All day.
So that's twice as much content as you probably provided.
Believe that. But what I'm trying to say, it's, and in Spanish, it says, no es la cámara, es el mono. Do you know what that means?
It's the man.
It's the man behind the camera. You can have all the expensive toys, but if you don't know how to work it, you don't know how to shoot, it don't matter. I will murder somebody on the phone because of the experience that I have with news. You got to understand, when you shoot news, every day you're shooting. It's constant work. You got to come up with a story at 5:30 or at 10:30 at night if you're double shifting. So the experience is there. You're going to get experience on everything. So that's the kind of action stuff that I like to film. And I'm not dissing the camera people that are out there today because some of them are good. Little S, fire.
Skyview Visuals.
Skyview is the shit. Love Skyview.
Him and his homie. I never remember his homie's name, but he's the older man that does the shooting.
Michael Castro.
There you go.
Michael Castro is a beast when it comes to cameras, and he got the toys and the talent. Lil S got the toys and the talent. They got everything it takes, bro. But there's no money. If there's no money, you're not going to get the best out of a cameraman. You know, I get people, hey, man, can you shoot me a video for 200? And if I say yes, he's the first person to say, can you get me a Learjet? Fuck out of here.
God damn.
I can't do that, man. That's what I'm trying to say. The people that pay the less are the ones that want the most. And the people that pay the most are the ones that says, just do you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people I love.
Dapper Don just said, before drones, Javo would fly in a helicopter.
Yes, sir.
Hanging
yes,
out
sir.
that motherfucker.
Yes,
Hanging
sir.
out that motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Bro.
We can't
shot.
skip past that.
Bro
We got to
want
talk
the shot.
about that.
Thank you, Dap. Man, who did we shoot, baby? Who was it on the helicopter? Javier Galvan?
That was Tejano?
Yeah.
Already.
Javier Galvan. down Baldwin, there's a guy named Cesar. All right. So he sells BMWs. He works on Porsche. He has yachts. He works on yachts. Plus, he has a 2-seater helicopter.
Hey.
It looks like a dragonfly.
Yeah, I know what kind you're talking about. Yeah,
okay.
I know what exactly you're talking about.
So it's a 2-seater and a car seat belt. And the doors are open.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, bro,
the kind they do the little fly, we take you fly over downtown.
Okay. I forget. I think his name. I think his name is Mike. But Mike is an ex-military pilot. I think he flew Vietnam Hueys and stuff like that. So when I jump on with Mike, I'm very confident we're gonna get a good flight. Yeah, dude. I go, Mike. I need you to go out to the coast and come in sideways like Miami Vice, right over the water and start climbing. Well, being the cameraman that I am from news and all that, you're trained to shut this eye and keep your eye on the viewfinder.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm doing this, getting the movie. We're climbing right above the American Bank Towers, and then I decided to do this stupid shit. Oh. And I took my eye out the viewfinder, bro. We were flying right over, like I was hanging out the helicopter with a seat belt. I'm like, no, let's go down, Mike. Let's go down. He was doing this shit, and he was a military man. I'm like, damn, I'm done with that. But yeah, before drones, I was in helicopters. Thank you, Dapper, for remembering that. Dapper's another one that I can say he can fall in Atlanta and fit right in. The ultimate hustler. He's got about 9 hustles.
Yeah, hell
and Dapper Don, my little brother, man, when I met Dap, he was I guess he was signing on to A.B. Quintanilla. And I wanted to interview him on the late night show.
Oh, yeah, he talked about that on
I was
the
trying to do a
podcast,
late night show, La Noche. And guess who my first guests were? Dapper Don and Rudy Trevino from Domingo Live.
So you did film it, you just never got to release it.
It's money, bro.
So do you still have the footage? It was
probably not.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, or maybe so, I don't know. I got to talk to Robert Hernandez.
Already.
But I had Rudy Trevino, who just moved in from California. Shout out to Rudy. He's an amazing guy. He's got his award for Lifetime Achievement Award. He's Domingo Live. He's got Tejano Gold Countdown. And plus, he's just an amazing anchor at Channel 3. But he had just moved from California. I did an interview with him and Dapper Don. Dapper Don and I became really good friends because I knew he was a hustler. This guy here, bro, he had a store at the Trade Center.
Did you see a little bit of yourself in him almost, type, the way he
I
hustled?
did. I think we had that match.
Already.
That's why we kicked it live, because this guy, he was just nonstop. Nonstop. Still today, he's doing all kinds of businesses.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's not just rap. This guy will haul off something. He'll knock down a building.
Y'all say knock down a house?
He'll knock down a house. I mean, we've done some stupid shit.
And then go hop in the studio later that night. Shit.
Say less. I mean, I used to travel with him to the Valley, to the car shows, to the Lolo car shows, to who's the other car show that comes to town?
Los Magnificos?
Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
Woo!
Yeah.
We were in Heat Wave, Austin, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, the Valley. We followed them around. So Dapper Don, man, much love to him. He's the ultimate hustler. For sure. This guy, he called me up one time. Hey, Hob, I'm starting off a new company. And I'll always side with him because I know it's always going to be successful. Gosh, I forget about, what's the name of that company?
The Wrecking Crew one?
I got a Wrecking Crew shirt.
Yeah.
I go, what are we doing, dog? We're going to go cut some trees down. I go, oh, shit. So lo and behold, we cut a whole backyard, cut the yard. I think it was Ed O'Connor's yard.
Oh, shit.
Cut trees and shit. And then we have a big old trailer. Now I go up to the dumpster, and we making money. Call me tomorrow. Let's go. We'd hustle, and then we talk about plans.
Hell yeah.
But I think his ultimate hustle was the car shows. He had his own little pop-up store.
Hell yeah.
He had a Hustlers Avenue.
Yeah, I think he talked about how that car show thing
Hustlers
translates to him
Avenue.
opening up a store and all that stuff like that. Hell yeah.
Hustlers Avenue at the Trade Center was a grand success.
Yeah, he
you know?
said it was Ed O'Connor's yard too. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you, we would have so many good times in the Valley, the car shows, meeting people all over in Austin, San Antonio, the park out there with the lowrider shows and stuff. Dapper Don, I mean, he's connected. Connected.
I can't. When we interviewed him, he told us that they would share a booth, and I cannot get that out of my head. How fucking amazing that is! Like, instead of having 3 different booths, you from the same city split that booth.
Yeah,
and, you know what I'm saying? Like, we tear this bitch down together. Like, that to me is just kind of what we do because we're collectively riding high, but we also separately something else. You know what I'm saying?
And I love it because sometimes I see different hosts on the show.
Yeah.
What you guys going on right now is huge. This is something very Atlanta movement. And I have to say, finally somebody is doing it. And I appreciate you guys doing what you're doing because it takes money. It takes time. You said it yourself. Last week you had 4 interviews. You were dying. It's not easy. People think it's easy.
Freak.
Hey,
It's not easy.
I tell him I'm right here though.
2 p.m.
I might not be the man in front of the camera, but I've always been the man behind the camera though. You know what I mean? Like
You're
that's how
great
people
at
do
what
know me.
you do. I mean,
So like Kai was saying, people probably don't even know what the fuck Freak looks like.
Yeah.
You see me at the fucking
Felipe,
event though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You're a hustler too. I see you. One time I was hustling. I popped into a smoke shop and he's hosting the smoke shop. And then I saw him at the Whataburger Field following K. Renee.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody, who doesn't know you?
Yeah.
And you're a legend in the city, like Drew PM's a legend. You're a legend here.
Shit,
Dapper
that coming
Don's
from a legend, bro. Shit.
Bro,
Absolutely.
bro,
Hell
you
yeah.
guys are the ones that are keeping the fire going.
Trying to, man, for damn sure.
No, say trying. You're doing it because you're consistent.
Well, I think, like, people always say, you don't really realize what you're doing. You said it earlier. You don't really realize
am I
what you're
sitting next
doing
to?
at the time. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Then you go back and look at it. And then whenever you have other people telling you how much they like what you're doing or appreciate what you're doing, to me, that's what ignites the flame in me. For the people that have never even been on this show but reach out to us in the inbox or reach out to me in the inbox and say, man, I like what y'all doing. So shout out Terry Amy. You know Terry Amy?
I do know Terry
Amy reached out to me. Man, I don't even have Terry Amy on Facebook or nothing. I know Terry Amy is Slab King. You know what I'm saying?
He's a mover.
Always
He's a mover and a
hustler and
shaker
always
in
had
Corpus, yeah.
the cars and stuff. And he reached out to me in the inbox. He was like, man, I like what y'all doing over there. I'm like, man, that mean a lot. Shit, I didn't know you watch.
And let me tell you something. We're in little ass Corpus Christi, deep down dirty South.
We got roots.
If we can just get a network from California or New York to pick up this show,
Yeah.
say less. It's over.
Yeah.
That's all we need because your production is great. Your audio's great. Lighting's great. This is not a cheap show.
Appreciate you for recognizing it, man.
This is coming from I'm a news producer. I know what it takes, bro. So when you think it's easy, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing, and doing it every week consistently is putting you guys on the map. All we need is to have a network see it and put you out there. A network that has guts, and it will make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about too. Let's talk about some of the shows that you've had because Dapper Don he has sent me a couple of questions to ask you. You've had radio shows and TV shows.
Absolutely.
What was first, radio or TV?
I'd have to say radio.
Okay, you had your own radio show.
No. I was working at the radio station after.
Okay, did you ever get your own radio show at some point?
I can't say I have my own radio show, but I do have a successful online show.
Already, yeah,
Social
we're gonna
media.
get to that a little bit later.
Not
We're
a
gonna
radio
get to that.
show.
What about TV shows?
I've done several shows. I did a show in the Valley called Club Affairs, and this was on Telemundo.
Already.
Speaking Spanish and going to different clubs and speaking of the vibes, the bartender, the new drinks, yada yada. Speaking to the girls and Club Affairs. So for Telemundo, I did that for a couple of years when I lived down in the Valley. I also worked a show out of San Antonio called Olay. Olay was also an entertainment show where they would send me like to New York, California, Vegas, and film the strip and bring back footage, and I'd be the reporter. So Olay, other shows that I've done, I used to do KTMV, Corpus Christi. I had like a video jock show. I would play videos and go live on camera.
What was that?
Like
What was that on?
KTMV, Channel 6.
Already.
That's the one I was talking about.
That the
when I was
public
asking-
access?
Yeah.
No. KTMV is not public access.
Okay.
Lopez Broadcasting is still going on today.
Already.
Yeah. That's the one Dapper Don had a show called Hustlers Avenue.
Yeah.
And he would do videos there.
Already.
So KTMV's been around for a minute. We just revamped it.
For sure. Who were some of the big names that you've interviewed? Somebody earlier was saying a Fabo interview. You got a Fabo?
I got Fabo in a helicopter in Atlanta.
I was gonna say that fucking Ross one alone is probably.
You saw the Ross one?
I was listening when he was talking about Ross.
Already.
Rick Ross, President Bush.
What?
Yeah,
Senior or junior?
Senior.
Damn.
When President Bush came to Corpus, I was a reporter for Univision.
Oh shit.
And I asked him in Spanish, what's your opinion on Latinos? Juntos, together, podemos todo hacer todo.
That was his answer.
Yeah, but President Bush, I've been honored to interview him. Gosh, every artist you can name up, from Enrique Iglesias, Luis Miguel, Vicente Fernandez, all the Tejano artists, Jay Perez, Gary Hobbs, Intocable. I used to mic up the Spurs, bro. Yes. I mean, when they were in the finals with New York, I was the one that would mic up Ginobili, Parker, Robinson, Duncan. Right before the game, they would do interviews. I would mic them up and say, how you feeling tonight? Oh, we're good. Y'all gonna whip that ass? Yeah, oh, yeah. They knew me by name. How you doing? Like that. I would do the finals. I mean, I've been in I'm like Forrest Gump, man. I'm like, what am I doing here? This was the time they won. But yeah.
03. That has to be 03 then.
New York.
Yeah.
And then I was in their locker room with Kid and all them, filming those guys. I was micing up those guys too. But what was I trained? Not to be starstruck. And that's why they feel comfortable. If you're going to be like this, oh, man. I was just like, come on, let me get your shirt. Let me get your mic up.
Yeah.
You know, you
like I'm supposed to be here.
You're supposed to be here. And don't get all starstruck.
Yeah.
Trust me, I wanted to steal a shoe.
Let's talk about, seen like 3 people in the comments
like
talk
4.
about a Snoop Dogg. What's the Snoop Dogg story?
Man, look, this is crazy. And I hope Snoop doesn't get mad at me.
We tagging him.
But
where does this take place at?
Yeah.
Give us the setting. Like, put us there.
Let's get
there. There was a contest downtown that whoever won that contest was going to open up for Snoop. So I knew I had to be filming at that contest. It just so happened that Simeon Flowers won that contest. Can anybody remember that?
Are you talking about the son? The son or the dad?
Simeon.
The one they used to do to Michael Jackson whenever he was a kid. Yeah.
He won this contest, but I can't remember. I think it was the Vote downtown.
The Wiggle Jiggle.
No, this was probably way before way before that.
Before that. Damn. Anyway, the winner of that talent show was going to open up for Snoop. Simeon won, and I talked to his dad, Seafood.
Yeah.
Let me film, dog. He goes, come on, Hob, let's go. So I had a little Sony Handycam at the time.
Oh, really?
Smallest thing they had. So we get to the door right before sound check. There's a security guard at the door. You come in. You stop. I said, what? He goes, you can't come in. I go, Seafood, come on. He goes, what? I said, okay. So
where is this at?
American Bank Center.
Oh, shit.
So they went in. I'm like, fuck. Bro, don't you know I found another door, and I went inside, and I locked myself in a sound booth where they put all the speakers in.
Yeah.
For 3 hours, I sat in that booth. Till the concert started, I came out. When I came out of that booth, I was behind the scenes. So I went walking into the green room, under the stairs, under the seating, and I ran into the Snoopadelics.
Oh, shit.
And I started interviewing them. I played the saxophone, woo, 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 the band, and the drummer, and woo, woo. Then I met Uncle Junebug, which was Snoop Dogg's uncle.
Yeah.
I gave him an interview, and we had such a good time. Then he opened the door to Snoop Dogg's dressing room. Then I'm in there by myself drinking yak, gin and juice, putting on his clothes, his shoes. I put Snoop Dogg's shoes on. Don't get mad at me, Snoop.
Fuck?
Don't get mad at me, but if you can say, have you ever walked in Snoop Dogg's shoes? Yes, I have. I have.
How you get in that man's shoes? Like,
bro,
he's so comfortable he took off his shoes around
his wardrobe was there, but he wasn't there yet.
He was probably still at the
He hadn't hit
hotel.
the stage yet. But he had his Chucks there. There was Snoop Dogg shoes. He had the blue suit that looks like a rag.
Bandana, yeah.
Okay, so he had that whole suit and the shoes. And I couldn't, and I think, back in those days, shock video wasn't that popular. But I said, man, if I put on his shoes, this is going to be shocking.
Yeah.
Howard Stern was so popular at the time. So I said, let me just go ahead and do it. I took my shoes off, put his shoes on completely, and I took like 30 steps in Snoop Dogg's shoes.
You filmed it too?
Yes, I got it all on film.
Vino's just saying, I seen the footage.
Bro.
Gabe has that film, dog.
Oh,
yeah. Gabe edited one version of it. I put some music on it and shit. But I got to interview his uncle Junebug, who went on to tell me that Snoop took 20 years to make it. It didn't happen overnight. If it happens overnight, it lasts overnight. I was like, damn, I like that saying. Yeah. Snoop took 20 years. Don't get it twisted that it happened overnight for him. He was doing what you're doing right now. He was doing what we're doing right now. It took him 20 years to finally land a deal. So, guys, I did that, man. I did go back in there. I ate some chicken. I ate some sandwiches. Let me tell you, his spread on the rider.
Oh, man, I can imagine.
I got it all on film.
Oh, man.
You got to have a bottle of Hennessy, a bucket of chicken, watermelon, candies, Optimo cigars, gin and juice on ice, Moet. I fucking ate it all.
Yeah.
I was eating, having a good time. I went back out there, filmed him on stage. And then this guy came in. He was his right-hand man. He goes, what are you doing here? I said, I'm just here chilling. Uncle Junebug let me in. He goes, oh, okay, then you're cool. Dang. Can I get an interview with you? He goes, yeah. So this guy, ends up being Snoop Dogg's right-hand man.
The dude that's trying to charge you up then gave you an interview.
Bruh. This guy, he's the one that irons the suit, makes sure that the backstage is good. And he's the one, after the interview, he goes, hey, have some Moet if you want. I've already had at it. I'm buzzing. I'm interviewed everybody back there. Then I go back into the crowd and I found Dabada.
Oh, man.
Dabada. You'll never guess what I'm doing. He goes, what? What are you doing? He goes, come with me. He goes, well, we can't go back there. I go, dude, I've got access. Come on. So I go back over there. Me and him start tripping in the bag. He's eating. We're eating. You know, it was just a great experience, bro. But I had to sneak in and I titled, and I never released the video.
Let us get that exclusive.
Let me tell you, it is still not released because a week later in California, some guy just ran up on stage and they lit him up. So if they found out I wore his shoes, they're going to kill me.
Oh, man.
All right? So it's still underground. Guess what I called that video? Snooping around.
Oh, man.
All right? So yeah, I have that still.
Haven't you released a little piece of it? Have you never released a little piece of it?
No, unless Gabe did, but I don't.
Really.
I don't do it for the simple reason, out of respect to the game, out of respect to Snoop Dogg. I wanted to meet Snoop Dogg and say, look, this is what I did. I think he would appreciate it now that Uncle Junebug has passed.
Yeah.
I've got a solid interview with Junebug and talks about when Snoop was a kid. Him and Daz, he used to pick him up and yada, yada. So I've got some stuff in the can that I have not released that are very major. But after I heard that they almost killed that dude that ran up on stage, I didn't want to get hurt. You know what I went through.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I didn't want that shit all over again. But I will tell you this. I have some friends in Atlanta that know Snoop that gave him the CD, and he didn't have no problem with it. He laughed.
Already.
So then when Little John came to town, my friend in Atlanta set it up that I would break into his back room. Now it's set up. When you get here, Little John, Javo G is going to be behind the stage, and you're going to act like, what the fuck is going on? So me and Little John had a yelling, what are you doing back here? What am I doing back here? What are you doing back here? He says, what? You know, we're just yelling at each other. That's what he was known for.
Shit.
But we got to eat some of his food and have a good time with Little John. So had some great times, bro. But again, you know, people think that you get these shows, like the shows in the can and stuff like that. It's still expensive to get it on air.
Yeah.
You know, we're on air now. Thank God for Facebook, social media, that before I had to be out in a live van to go set up. Now it's on your phone. We're live. It's fucking incredible.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, I applaud you guys that you're using technology to your advantage. I'm just afraid that we're doing this interview tonight. We're capturing this great interview. But if Facebook happens to disappear, like MySpace, how do we save this?
Yeah, hell
you have it saved on
Yeah,
YouTube?
yeah, hell
okay,
yeah.
so good for you.
Hell yeah.
You know, a lot of things have happened, man. I've been through so much, as you well know. If you've been following this story tonight, the only thing I want to tell you guys really is that follow your dreams. I know it sounds cliche, but never take no for an answer. If you have a stupid idea that you think is stupid, just go ahead and do it, because more than likely it's going to happen. One of you guys decided to do that. Hey, let's call it riding high. Look at you now. I guarantee you by a month or 2 months from now, somebody's going to smell y'all from New York and LA. Be ready. That's all I'm saying. Corpus has been overlooked by so many companies, by so many artists that go to Houston and then they hit the Valley. They never hit Corpus.
I feel like
Corpus
Corpus
is that?
Is overlooked by people in Corpus also. So with this platform, we're trying to give people the opportunity to where the people that don't know them, like it's people in Corpus that don't know Javo G. Javo G done been putting down hella fucking work, but it's people in Corpus that don't know Javo G.
Yeah.
So we're here to let them know what the credentials that Javo G's done. Yeah, you may look at him as, oh, this is just some dude I done seen in HEB, not knowing this dude.
Yeah, who the fuck he really is?
Yeah, but, you know, with that being said, bro, I've never let it go to my head. You know, I've been, like I said,
humble as fuck, bro.
I've talked to presidents, governors. I've talked to very important people in the industry. Gosh, L.A. Reid. I've talked to the producers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outkast. All those guys in Atlanta that were out there. Usher. Gosh, man, we did so many events out there with the mega stars. I'll never forget this. I was on the red carpet where the stars come down. You get a pamphlet of who's coming down, right? Vicente was alive at the time. And here comes this short little motherfucker. And he goes, who's that? That's Ludacris's brother. I said, okay. Being the journalist, I put it together, right? What's his name? Cat. I said, okay. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Cat, how you doing tonight? Well, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Oh, shit.
How was it growing up with Ludacris? Well, it was fine growing up with Ludacris. What do you mean? I said, well, aren't you guys brothers? He goes, well, obviously you don't know who the fuck I am, and I'm gone. I'm like, shit, Vicente, why'd you tell me they were brothers?
Damn.
So, yeah, I've made mistakes. I met him, and then I met him at another date, and we became friends, Cat Williams, you know? But he will cut you down. He'll let you know what it is, especially with everything that's going on right now. He's as real as they come.
Yeah.
He's as real as it comes. So when he had to talk, this past interview he did, everything he says is true, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Don't diss it. It's true.
Man.
Drew PM's here tonight, man. Drew PM I met a long time ago through Gabe Salinas, another one of my little brothers, man.
Shout out Hellbound
amazing,
Productions.
amazing artist, man. And I when you first came out, what did we do? Tell everybody.
Hey, I told you, bro. He told me fucking.
The first thing I did.
Video, bro. It was fucking bad, bro.
The first thing we did, I go, dude, I want to show you a good time.
Yeah.
Club Pure, you're coming with me. He was in the VIP.
Yeah, VIP.
I wanted him to come back and know that he was welcome back as a big star that he is. So much love to Drew PM. And then I was there when he was first starting his little podcast with Gabe and you know, taking off on his own. And I was out like, I gravitated to it because I know where he's going to be. He's got passion. Look at him now.
Yeah.
You were just at Z95. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's. I follow you guys. I see you guys, but I see you guys from afar. I see you making moves. As long as you're making the righteous moves, I don't say nothing. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. Appreciate you.
I mean, all I can say is that Corpus, you know, again, it sounds cliche, but we need to come together. Stuff like this, instead of yanking each other down or talking bad about your own person in Corpus, we're supposed to be like family in Corpus Christi, man. Doing stuff like this and really pushing people out.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to hear people talk about me, man, because I really want to confront them. Like, what is your fucking problem, man? We're from the same city. And this shit about claiming West Side, South Central, North Side, Corpus, nobody gives a fuck about that in New York. Okay? Start claiming Texas. Start claiming the United States. Nobody gives a fuck about bumfuck West Side, Corpus Christi out there. I'm sorry, but they don't, bro. I've been out there. What? What the fuck is that? Stop claiming it. Start claiming each other. How do you think Houston got together?
Yeah,
and they were so successful.
North Side, South Side collaborating and all.
They're all together. Say less. Atlanta the same. They all work together, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that I'm jealous about those big cities is because they get I say the big light. The big light. When the big light hits New York, when Public Enemy, KRS-One, everybody from New York was on fire. Then that moved to LA. Ice Cube, Tupac, all those were on fire. Then it moved to Atlanta, and all they're on fire. When is that light gonna hit Corpus? And when it hits here, are we gonna be ready?
Yeah.
Or are we gonna be pulling each other down? Me first, me first. Get one person out.
Yeah.
And follow the rest. Oh my God, I get so pissed off, bro.
Yeah.
These artists down here are childish, embarrassing, and very unprofessional. When you should be networking with your next man, doing collaborations to bounce out of this city. I want to hear you in Atlanta. I want to see one of your bar. If you're content with staying local, then you're in the wrong business, people.
If you're content with that $200 video,
you know who told me? Hey, real talk. You know what Don Shelton told me? Don Shelton told me this once. Once you're content, that's when you lose. It's over. Never be content. Never sell yourself short. This city is such a beautiful city. I've been to Miami. This is little Miami asleep. And it makes me so mad that we can't get to that level because I don't know what holds it back, man. But I've tried to open clubs. I've tried to do this, that, and the other. There's no support when it comes to, I want to be the first. I want to be the first. Not him.
See,
it's really the crap fucking mentality.
What I was going to say is that that's never not been here. Generations wise, like the more I'm hearing everybody's story, that's always. It's not something that's my generation or his generation or even the generation now. That's just Corpus forever type of shit.
Corpus is a small town, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's got that small town mentality.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody wants to be that first one out.
Everybody wants to be the first one out.
or the man.
I mean, am I confused? But there's a song called "She's Always in the Mood." Was that guy from Corpus and moved to California?
You talking about
Ian Dior?
Yeah.
Is he from Corpus?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Tell your story. Tell your story.
Is it bad?
Yes.
Don't put him down.
No. It's not bad on him at all. It's bad on him.
What did you do? You didn't.
I only want to tell the story.
It's part of it though.
Yeah, we used to throw events all the time downtown, and like there was like, I guess I've always been on that bar stuff. Like the bar was set, so basically whenever he was coming to us downtown trying to get on some of the events
y'all keep talking. Go ahead.
that we were doing, he was like just had like SoundCloud music at the time, and we were doing like the Buck Days events that we had and stuff, and other stuff we had going on downtown. Shout out Produce and everybody that was helping with them events, and he would always ask us to get on shows and stuff. And man, I ain't gonna lie, I would shoot him down like. And shit, a couple of months later, maybe a year later, next thing you know, he done blew up. He ain't even worried about Corpus no more. He out there in Cali shit. But yeah, we used to always shoot him down. I ain't the only one. Shit, I don't even want to say nobody because I don't want them to get mad at me.
Nah, I mean everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's it. And shit, we right here with you in this struggle. What Javo sees, we see like way past what we're gonna be with this shit. So. I think we can get Ian Dior on the couch one day, and I'd love to hear that story face to face. Not just because it's funny, because we never know. We never know. You know what I mean? Somebody you might turn down got another door open for him, and he's a big example of that period. Like he's the biggest thing rap or hip hop wise that's come out of Corpus, and the numbers aren't lying.
Yeah.
Like his fucking YouTube views is crazy up there. Like the numbers are him. Brockhampton and fucking Flatline.
Yeah.
That's top 3 out of.
Rest in peace, Flatline, man.
You got a flat story?
I do have a flat story. Flatline, I met him through. Man, Big G, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Big G.
Gary. He was another good friend of mine. A very good brother. I stayed at his house several times. Him and Silk were creating a group together. I named them and became my brother's keeper. They were brothers. And Flatline was always there. I said, Flatline, let me do something for you. I designed that.
The logo?
I did that.
No shit.
I did
Which
that.
one?
The Flatline logo.
The Flatline logo.
Oh,
he goes,
shit.
Hop, I'm going to fuck with you. I'm going to fuck with this. It has evolved since then. It's been improved, but I'm the one that put that life beat on it.
Already.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They can't ever take that away from me. You see it now, it's designed different, but it evolved from my design. But I'll never forget, he says, I'll fuck with that. I like that hop. I'm going to have to use that hop.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, I saw him, spring break, him and Tiny were in the valley hustling CDs and shirts. And then they saw me and goes, Javo G, what are you doing? I was hustling Matador.
Already.
Gonna fuck with you, Javo G. We see you,
Already.
We see you. I said, man, I'm hosting this damn club. I said, we'll be right back. Woo woo. But yeah, that's my story with Flatline. I would always hang with him and Gary.
Is this the Zedge days?
The what?
Zedge? What was the energy drink called?
Zen Edge.
Zen Edge. I keep calling it Zedge.
Zen Edge.
Yes.
No, Zen Edge came a long time later. Of course, you know, Gary Porter, he passed away.
Yeah.
He went to prison for a few years, and it was a shame that he came back, didn't get to enjoy it, because after a year of being out, after 10 years of not seeing him, and he passes away, it was a major loss because he had plans.
We do got an interview with Big G in the vault somewhere. It's probably on YouTube. We'll have to find it. We do got an interview with Big G.
Big G was such a big brother of mine. I said, Big G, get your ass to Atlanta. I got a show for you out here. He goes, no shit, Javo. He got a plane ticket. He was out in Atlanta, stayed with me out there. And he was afraid. He was holding on to his chains because he had chains, bro. We were he was like, everybody's looking at him in Atlanta like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
We had a good time in the ATL with him. But yeah, Flatline, I mean, why is it that some of our best artists are gone, fellas?
I don't know, but this whole story you told, there was literally 3 people who passed away in that story.
I know. I'm thinking back. It's like, G, Flatline, Tiny.
Yeah.
You know, come on, man. What's really going on? All I can say is this, is that this city, there's no different. I can say from experience that I've been in California. I've been in Center in Carbondale, Illinois by Chicago. I've been in Atlanta. I've been in Miami. This city, there's no excuse. We have just as many stars as any other city. We just don't have that light.
Yeah.
So you guys are the light. Believe that. All we need is for you guys to get picked up by a network, and it's over. Please, New York, pick these guys up. California, pick these guys up. Somebody pick them up and let them know. That's all the city needs, because once that floodgate opens, Jesus Christ. There he is right there. Drew PM. Dapper Don.
I feel like we're on a floodgate
Little
right
S.
now because everybody that's been coming on lately is telling these stories, and each of these stories are becoming this big ass fucking puzzle.
That's
like
what
on
she
this
was saying
table
earlier today too. Yeah.
And like, so we filling in blanks. So you're fucking part of it. Yeah, you're part of it from these past interviews. Your name has been dropped all
That's
over
what I
that
told before
motherfucker.
we
You know
went
what
on
I'm
here. I
saying?
said
Yeah.
everybody that we did damn near interviewed before you.
But we
basically
knew
you've been a
this
part of
though.
their
I love
story.
that.
We knew that you
We
were
didn't-
in this
but we
history,
didn't know
but we
the-
didn't know
yeah,
each person's
yeah,
story.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
knew
Or
that
the
you've been
capacity
around.
that you were
How
involved
the
with
depth,
them, yeah.
the depth of what you've been involved in.
Like that Daddy Creek story you told, man.
Yeah,
that was dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's
hella
the
deep.
truth,
Yeah, we
man.
didn't get
I got
nothing
no
like
reason
that.
to lie. You know, I've almost been killed over the game.
Hell yeah.
If you ever see me like lose my mind, you know why now. I go blank sometimes now, but there's no reason to lie. But I would like to make some changes in Corpus Christi, and I would like to see more people like myself that get along with everybody. You know, I tend nowadays, I tend to stay away from people that are toxic, people that talk about other people, because that's not going to do anything good. We're in one fucking city, for Christ's sakes. It is a speck on the map. If we can't get along together to push somebody out, we're going to continue like this for the next 30 years when I'm long gone. If I'd like to leave anything in Corpus Christi is pick up what I'm dropping, these diamonds, is get along, learn to do public relations, call on somebody every day, make a friend every day, because you don't know what that person has or what he's doing or what he can do, okay? If you guys are young and you have toxic women, get them out your life. This woman right here, Stella, has stood by me through thick and thin, through my drug addicts, through my highs and lows, and the stupid shit that I did. She's still here. That's why I love her, and she's my backbone.
Shout out Miss Stella.
Yes,
man.
I love Stella. I yell it out everywhere. Stella! I love her. You know, I started with coffee, bro. One morning, I was doing my show on Facebook, and I needed some coffee, and I said, Stella! And it just became a big... Bro, we can't go nowhere. We can't go nowhere. We were at HEB. People are yelling shit out for Stella.
God damn.
But it became a thing. But all I'm saying is that if you don't have that trust and backbone backing you up to do what you love to do, and that's what you want to do, you're not in the right relationship. Your woman is going to be your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader, and the one there to tell you, go, go, go. I mean, here we are. What time is it? She's right here sitting on the sidelines. She has to work tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow, but she's here with me, and that just shows the type of person she is. So you have to have a woman that's going to back you up, not a jealous one that's going to ruin and become a toxic relationship, because you're never going to make it. So bless you guys. I know y'all have one at home
Same
that
one.
does the same way, right?
Same
We
one you
wouldn't be
met.
here.
Yeah.
So,
His manager.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Manager, and I have taken the Javo G to higher heights.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask next. How do you start and even go about starting the Javo G show?
Oh, the Javo G show, man, was no brainer for me, because I had already been in radio for 30 years with Magic 105.5. I've been with, I did radio in Illinois. I did rock and roll, country, top 40, WCIL. I did a country station. My name was Jack Daniels on the air. You wouldn't think.
Where was this at?
In Carbondale.
Jack Daniels.
Let me tell you, there was a station called CIL. It was like Z95 here, right?
Okay.
Hey, Hob, you ever done country? I go, yes. Come on over here. So, man, come on. If you're a DJ, you can do DJ any kind of music, jazz, reggaeton, whatever. So I named myself Jack Daniels. Hey, this is Jack Daniels right now. It's Garth Brooks coming up, you guys. Listen up. Tonight we're going to be having some whiskey over at so-and-so. It was just a whole other guy. It's a character. You're acting. So I've done rock and roll, TAO Rocks in Illinois. I did CIL like a Z95. I did reggaeton, Tejano. I've done R&B, hip-hop, any kind of station.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but didn't King Rich say that Javo was the one who told him to build the different characters for the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
King Rich. Well, living at Dabba Da's house in Greenwood.
He told us about
He
all the
lived
different
right across the
characters that he had,
street.
yeah.
King Rich has one of them voices.
Yeah.
I said,
yeah.
Rich, I don't know what you're doing with that voice, man. You need to be on radio. He goes, you think so? You think so, Hop? He's got that big old, it comes from the fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that voice. It doesn't, King Rich, I love you, brother. But I said, I don't want you to, and I always try to mentor somebody who's trying to do something like Rich. I said, Rich, I don't want you to just be another DJ, bro. I want you to create some kind of imaginary thing. Anything you want.
Yeah.
It's radio. They can't see you. Make them imagine it. Like a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a castle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell
King
yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
King Rich. I like that, huh? His mom used to call him King Rich. Then we made the castle, and he became King fucking Rich.
That's
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
That's 'cause
MBK.
Bino's in the comments keep asking for some Wood Boy stories.
Oh, let's get to the Javo G,
Bino.
and then after we get to the Javo G, we'll go
I
back
got
to the
you.
Wood Boys.
Listen, being a DJ for so many years, being on television for so many years, doing what I did, right? When COVID struck, and everybody was on lockdown, it was scary, bro. There was no money coming in. Nobody was working. You couldn't go to HE fucking B.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was in shock. Like, is this fucking really happening?
Essential workers.
Dude, what?
I'm essential.
What? So I decided I want to entertain everybody at home. I started doing live, the Javo G show, play music during COVID, and my fan base started growing because they weren't doing shit but watching Facebook.
Hell yeah.
So the Javo G show was born 4 years ago when COVID became a pandemic. It was a baby from the pandemic. I realized that, you know what? I think a lot of people were born again. A lot of people realized what they can do. There was people doing art projects. There was people doing mechanic, building shit, making their mind was working.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So many people started businesses through COVID. You know, rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives. My uncle Mario lost his life, and I hated COVID with a passion.
Yeah, rest in peace, Merc Rock.
You know, Merc Rock, bro.
Yeah, that was a crazy loss, bro.
I think G too.
Yeah, G2. R.I.P. to
G was a strong man, bro. When it took him, it scared the fuck out of me. Then COVID is real.
Officer Chuck Williams, the black dude that was the cop that died of COVID. Yeah, man, Chuck was a good dude, man. He's from the hood too. He was a real good dude.
Many people lost their lives through COVID, bro, and all I wanted to do was entertain people. One thing led to another. COVID started to disappear. I kept the show going constantly, and this is thanks to my wife. Do your show.
Already.
11 to 12. Keep it consistent. 11 to 12. 11 to 12. 11 to everybody knew that you can go at 11 to 12 and you're going to find Javo G trying to bring some kind of laughter, some kind of positive vibe.
Trying to make your day better.
Bro, everybody was down. Nobody had money. Nobody could see. I couldn't even see my mom. So the Javo G Show was created by the pandemic. The Javo G Show was maintained by Stella pushing my ass because, I wouldn't want to get up at times. You got to do your show today. So consistency is a very important thing.
Yeah.
My friend Albert Martinez, huge quarterback for Miller High School, works for Robert Heil Law Firm. And he said one day, Hav, here's $100. Announce Robert Heil Law Firm on your show. Never did I think this would become my bread and butter. The Javo G Show since then has had 20 sponsors. Ew. They sponsor me from California. I now have BMW,
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
What the hell?
That's what's up.
It started with my wife giving me, stay on it. So if you say, do you have your own radio station? No. I have my own show on social media.
That's what it's about.
That has sponsorships.
Yeah.
So when I wasn't working and I was making money, guys. And that's how my show became what it is. The Javo G Show. And then Bino did his thing. It's Javo G. And everyone's like, what the fuck? So how do you think I feel when I have a company from California? Hey, Javo G, we're watching your show in Cali. We want to sponsor your show for Stop Bullying. Then we want to fly you out here to DJ.
Ew.
I knew I was doing something right. Since then, I've been to California twice on the Javo G Show.
On their penny?
Yes. Dude, flight, hotel, pay, DJ, boom. Say no to Stop Bullying. Stop bullying. Daphne Plump, I love you. But, you
hey, we looking for sponsors, y'all.
Listen.
Give us a drop right now, Javo. We need some sponsors.
Listen, man, listen. If you don't go out there and hustle your sponsorship, the show is getting popular. It's getting bigger. Sponsors, listen out. Riding High is one of the hottest shows right now. If you're not being sponsored or you're not sponsoring this show, you're not being heard. Everybody's gravitating to this show right here, right now. You need to sponsor it, whether it's $200 a month, $300 a month, or even $1,000 a month. It depends on my boys here. These guys are doing a big thing. So if you have a business, sponsors my boys, because you're gonna kick yourself in your ass a year from now when these guys are on late night somewhere.
Appreciate that.
You need it, bro. You need it. And if let me tell you, I'm gonna give you my hustle. Companies are afraid to advertise. First of all, because they're afraid to spend money.
Yeah.
It's hard to have something not tangible. If they can't buy it and hold it in their hand, you have something better. You have video. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Look at our views. Yeah. Look at our numbers. Then they start thinking like business people.
Yeah,
You've got to just take it to the next level. There's no reason why this show can't be making $10,000 a month.
Those are the goals for damn.
I'm just saying.
Hell yeah.
And it's going to come, bro. It's going to come. Don't be the salesman. Don't be the salesman. Hire yourself a couple of salespeople. Give them commission. Build up your show. Hey, look, I'm bringing in 500. I'm bringing another 500. Next thing you know, you got 10,000. And they're getting paid. Y'all are getting paid. The show's getting made.
Yeah.
What are we doing this for?
For sure.
Free?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we all gotta have jobs like that.
And that's what I'm saying. You artists, you people, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not cheap. what these guys are doing, I want to tell artists that if you're going to come in here and get exploited and get promoted, drop 100. Help the guys. I know Dapper Don did.
Put a tip jar right there.
Put a tip jar. I'm about to drop 100 just because I'm here, because I know where y'all going. So you guys need to listen up. These guys are spending long hours. Equipment costs money. Lighting costs money. This show costs money. I got 3 bodies here that I know they have mouths to feed. It all costs money. And it goes back to this. Don't come up here saying, can I get a free interview? We don't have time for that, man. We're trying to make something happen here, bro. So,
I was about to.
Or if we reach out to you,
set the bar for y'all.
if we reach out to you to give you a free interview, don't be on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I'm just saying, Havo about to set the bar now. So
no.
don't
I'm dropping 100.
don't hit
right
the
now.
inbox if you hadn't hit the Cash App. No,
Can anybody match me?
yeah.
And I want it matched. The shirt you're wearing is Matador Media Production.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all don't see the shirt I'm wearing when
I am the person behind that, and Javier is the person that directs that. I am the person. I am going to sponsor you for 1 month, and you're going to announce my production company to all of your artists that come through.
Already, for sure.
I'm gonna sponsor you.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I am
I mean,
Matador Media Production, and that's what you're going to announce. I'm going to be your first sponsor for this show.
For sure.
Well, we-
Bar has been set.
Hell yeah.
Stella has said it.
By the OGs, man. By the OGs. Hell yeah.
hey, man, if we're going to make it happen, God bless you and much
Oh
more.
man, hey, he came with it. He whipped it out. First official sponsor, man. Shout out to Matador
Hey,
Productions,
wait,
man.
man, it's-
Havo
Where's
G
that-
and
where's
Miss
that jar?
Stella, man.
We've been there, done that. I know.
Hey, man.
I know your time.
He just
takes,
threw the 100,
takes
man.
Money, man.
That's
It
real
takes
money right
money,
there.
guys.
Hell
Listen, look
yeah.
at the new card, baby. That's your that aluminum.
Where's the,
man.
where's the bottle caps at?
Hell yeah.
You still got the bottle caps?
Hey, you made me those, right?
No, my wife did. I ain't gonna take no kind of
That
credit
was
other
Zenitz.
than knowing
That was
you.
Zenitz.
Yes.
I reached out to my brother right here because I
Yeah.
needed some promotions for Zenitz. It was an energy drink. He goes, I got this new code when the codes first.
A QR code, bro. Nobody was on that, bro. Nobody was on no QR
I said,
code
dude,
shit. I
need
don't care
some
what anybody
fucking
says.
bottle caps, man. So, you know, that's
Flip
the type
side.
of person I am. If I see that you're hustling for something righteous, I'm going to back you up, bro, because I know where this show's going. So, guys, if you're out there, if you're going to be the next guest, just be prepared, man. Show some love and help these guys to continue, man. You know, my man here did 3 interviews last week.
Oh,
That ain't easy. It is not easy, guys. You spend $100 at a bar in one night, you can support a local show.
I mean, the show is what?
Riding High.
Riding High
Riding High
Podcast.
Podcast.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
Riding High. How many stores? How many smoke shops do we have?
Yeah. Well, see, when I came up, I'll give a little backstory real quick. When I created
That's where I work.
the Riding High name, I created it to be like something like universal. Like you riding down Ocean Drive, you smoking whatever you're doing, you riding high. Hey, you could have a big lifted truck and you riding high. It could be Friday and you got it could be
Man,
Friday.
I'm
and-
riding high in the wine.
I'm saying it could be Friday and you riding in the hoodoo, but you just got paid. I'm riding the high. I'm riding the high. Shit. So that's what it was. It was created like
set an
universal.
example for people, man. That we got to stick together, guys.
sure.
Everything is possible, and that's nothing. There's more to come. You know what I'm saying? If I got some sponsors that want to be on the show, I'm gonna send them right to you.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
got- okay, this is your place.
Any one of us for damn sure.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
look. Here we are on a Thursday night. We could be anywhere, asleep already, at home watching TV, but we're here hustling. This is a hustle.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
people.
Telling the
Same for the
story.
people watching. They could
Yeah,
be
hell
asleep
yeah.
right
Shout
now
out to
too,
y'all
but they
watching
stay in
too. Hell
tune, bro.
yeah.
You
They
keeping
stay
a
in tune.
constant number, paying
Well,
attention,
I
bro.
appreciate it, guys. Drop your comments if you have any questions. I'm here. If you have any questions about the business, maybe you're just getting started. One of us knows somebody who knows your answer. I may not be able to answer, but I can make a quick call and get to that answer within minutes, so that's not a problem.
See, I think that falls under the whole what is it? The shit that you don't like. The saying
Gatekeepers?
No.
What?
Don't get me
Not even
started
get
on
into that one.
gatekeepers.
The fucking the game is to be told, not sold.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game is to
yeah.
be sold, not
Yeah,
told.
yeah.
I feel like we're all on the opposite end of that
Okay.
saying. You
With
know what
that
I mean?
being
Like
said-
we give the game for free because
Yeah.
we want to see you eat too.
Yeah.
True that.
We're not trying to eat off of you.
True
We're trying to
that.
eat with you. There's a difference.
Man, bro.
Can you tell everyone about the How Would You Show what days and when it is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What days is the Javo G show now?
Talk about a manager. Hey, guys, you can catch me live Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on a Javo G show, going 4 years strong. Some news I do want to talk about today is, I do a morning show. I get up hustling. I do a morning show at Magic 104.9. I got a partner named Ernest Lopez. Primetime, we call each other Los Dos Compadres.
Oh, really?
Last night, after being on the air for 1 year, it's official. We're now in San Antonio at the same time, simulcasting.
Already.
I mean, come on. 2 little DJs in Corpus. Now we're waking up San Antonio now, too. All right? Yeah. So I'm ecstatic, bro. This morning was the first time talking to San Antonio. We're getting calls from San Antonio, Pleasanton, Floresville. I'm like, shit. Our 4.5 million household listeners just turned into 20 million.
Yeah. Hello, this, all that around there.
Wow.
Yeah, all that.
So, blessings to the Lopez Broadcasting. Thank you so much. The same station that took me to Petronila when Selena died, I'm still with them 34 plus years later, So they've taken care of me. Things are only going to get bigger. And you tapped on it. If I die tomorrow, what kind of legacy am I living? All these people that have talked nice about me on your show, that's more than money.
Yeah. Straight up.
More than money. When somebody remembers, man, Javo did this. Javo helped me with this. Javo did that. Dude, when I die, I want my kids to hear how I was. And let's say less. If you're being greedy, if you're being hateful and toxic, you're going to end up by yourself. Nobody talking nice about you. Trust me. Everybody who has mentioned my name on this show, I got nothing but love and respect for every single one of you, but pay it forward to the next man. If you see somebody struggling or if you hold the keys to something they need, share it. God's going to pay it back 4 times full. Trust me, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. So if I have a contact that my friend needs, why am I going to hold on to that?
Or try to sell it to him.
Why am I holding on to that? You know what I'm saying?
Or even pretend like it's yours.
Javier's his own boss.
Oh.
He's his own boss.
No, I love it. Since COVID.
Already.
I run my own hours. Now I'm on a syndicated show. Just today, before I get out of here, guys, because I do have to go get some sleep because I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm on Magic 105 this morning, syndicated in San Antonio, Corpus Christi. After that, I go home. I did the Javo G show from 11 to 12. Bam. After that, I go to the storage, pick up my equipment. Then I did a photo shoot at a banquet for a sports in the school. Then I came straight over here.
Yeah, he didn't put in
so
some hella work just today alone.
It's a hustle.
Hell yeah.
It's a hustle. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for any other life. I love my life. Even getting beat down by those guys, I know it was a lesson to be learned. I don't trust people. I don't borrow money. If I don't have it, I don't need it. So, guys, before you go getting a loan from some company or gangsters, don't do it.
Let me just throw this out. For 10 years, he was the hype host at Club Pure.
Oh,
For
another
10
story.
years.
Oh, yeah.
He
Forgot
did it
about
every
that.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to just be honest. We're going to have to bring you back for a part 2. So I'll probably be reaching out
I'll
to
get you another $100.
Not because of the money. Not because of the money.
Here you go. Hey, let me pay.
But we're going to have to bring you back for a part 2, man. We've been going for damn near 3 hours already. But before we do get up out of here, they was asking for a Wood Boy story. You got a Wood Boy story?
Man, Wood Boys. Let me talk about the Wood Boys, man. Yeah. I made a connection in Reynosa, Mexico. Keep in mind, the Wood Boys are black. Right? Keep in mind, I'm a Latino, and I'm hanging out with my black boys, my Wood Boys. King Rich, Maestro, Dabada. I forget the one from California. Slow. Slow?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out, Slow.
Bro, I booked these guys in Reynosa, Mexico.
What the
the other side of the border, bro.
King Rich ain't talk about that.
Yeah,
King Rich did not go. He bailed on the last minute.
Man.
The last minute. But Dabada, Maestro, Slow, Snoop. I can't remember the other guy. He was a badass rapper. But all of us head out in the caravan. I had a money green truck, and Maestro had a money green car. So we looked uniform as we got to the border. We got to the border. Are y'all that group? Now we get a motorcycle escort to where we're gonna play.
In Reynosa?
Mexico. We're across the border. Bro, they take us to a hotel that was extravagant. I think it was Hotel Cristal. We all got our rooms, and they took us to the club where we were going to perform, and the marquee read, Dabada. We're fucking Mexico. Dabada. Like, what the fuck have you done, huh? Dude, the Wood Boys are in Reynosa, Mexico. We go back to the hotel, get ready. Then we head back out there. They take us in these special Jeeps, huh? But they want us to take our car, so they picked us up and took us there. The marquee's lit up, and it is packed outside. People are in lines. These guys have never seen a show like that. Mexico has never seen a show like that. Dabada in Reynosa, what the fuck, right? So we get there, and we walk right through the front door, and everybody's trying to touch Dabada, right? Signing autographs and shit. They're living that life, bro. We get into the club. They take us to the back of the club where they had this hacienda. They had carne guisada ready for us. They handed Dabada a bag of goodies. We sat there, blew big, and then they performed, and they fucking loved them in Reynosa, Mexico, bro. They wanted to buy Maestro from us. How much for the little man? I said, he's not for sale, man. Some girls wanted to buy him. How much for the little man?
Damn.
Maestro, I love you, man. Dabada, we went to Mexico. It was a great experience. I was very scared because, cartels and all that shit. But I think we were under the guidance of a cartel because, they owned the club. Hello. Yeah. They gave us anything we wanted in the bag. Believe me. Then we set it up. The way we were moving around with federales. So we were like in heaven. That's a story I'll never forget, was taking a Corpus Christi group to Reynosa, Mexico, and they loved them, guys.
So there's your Wood Boys story.
Yeah, Wood Boys. I love the Wood Boys. Slow, I love you. Trax made a song. Chinky Eye.
Somebody need to reach out to Trax. I can't even put a face on Trax, but we need to get him on here. Shit.
Man, me and Trax got stories.
Oh, really?
Me and Trax got stories. But the Wood Boys sent me to Hollywood on their bill because they had this badass song out there. Somehow, some way, Slow. They buy me this is how it was. I'm gonna get that fucking song to Hollywood. Fuck it. We're going to Capitol. Maestro put up $1,000, bought me the flight, and I'm in a suit. I get to Hollywood, and I'm on a mission. When I'm on a mission, I'm knocking on doors. Next thing you know, I'm on the 11th floor at Capitol Records presenting this thing. He goes, man, I'm sorry to say you came all the way from Texas, but the guy you're here to see is not here. I go, then you sit down and listen to what I got to say, because one day you're going to be in his position, right? So sit down. He goes, man, okay. So he sat down. We talked. He goes, this is a great fucking song. This is a fucking great song, right? So I'm sitting there in fucking Capitol Records looking at the sign of Hollywood like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Freestyling. Freestyling the whole motherfucking way.
This is how I got the boxing for Showtime. This is how you make shit happen. This is how you got to knock down doors and take over and act like you belong. The moment, it's like when you see a
the
line.
moment they sense that
get security. So it's true. Yeah. Act like you belong. You own the place.
Yeah.
This guy saw me in a suit. You're from Texas? You came all the way from Texas? Did you set an appointment? I go, no. That's what you're here for. I'm here now. Let's talk.
Yeah.
This gets better, bro. That same night, I went out with Slow's cousin. She looked like Slow, by the way. Beautiful girl. Slow with the wig.
So he's a beautiful
boy.
man.
Let me tell you.
So he's a shout out Slow, man.
Look, hey, Slow, you know what it is, Slow. This is a true story. I'm in L.A., and this Slow's cousin, she wanted to take me out in the town. So we took off to this, what looked like a car lot. Mm-hmm. We went down the side door, then under the car lot, and every celebrity was there.
Oh, shit. Underground shit for real.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro, that night I met Evil E, Ice-T's DJ.
Oh, shit.
How does that happen?
Damn.
One night in L.A., I was a fly-in and fly out the next day. That night, I met Evil E because we're leaving the club, and I see a guy trying to fix a flat tire. I say, hey, you need some help? He goes, can you take me to the store? I said, we got something better than that. We went to the store and go get him one of those fix-a-flat air things.
Yeah.
He's driving a 740 BMW.
Yeah.
We went to the store, got him a fix-a-flat. Man, I can't thank y'all enough, man. Where y'all from? Texas. Well, I'm Evil Lee. Get the fuck out of here. He gave me all the iced tea. We call iced tea on the phone.
Damn.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get back to the club. He introduced me to more people. So when you act like you belong, you're going to meet so many people, bro. Don't ever think you can't hang with them. But if you show that sense of starstruck, they're going to back off. So I've been in so many places that you just got to feel comfortable. I'm comfortable here. You guys are stars.
For sure. Appreciate you. That's what we try to We make the environment comfortable for everybody.
I hope I didn't bore you guys.
No, man, this was great. Like I say, we're going to do a part 2. Man,
bro, I got out of work from watching it at work, having it playing at the store at work, to watching it on my car over here, to walking to the door and pausing it, listening at the door before I came in.
Well, I hope it's been
just so I ain't try to miss nothing.
I
bro.
hope you guys learned a little bit of something about Javo G. For those of you guys that hate me for whatever reason,
fuck y'all.
I hope you get over. No. I don't want to say fuck y'all, but get to know me before you hate me.
Yeah, straight up, man. That's why I tell people, until you sit down with somebody on the couch and really understand that person, you ain't really gonna get that.
I'm so down to earth. I got like the open door policy. If I can help you, I will.
There's this Yin Yang twins.
Yeah.
They're in town. Who do they call?
Well, I met him in Atlanta
Oh, shit.
at the lingerie party.
Yeah.
You know, so there's times
show with them over there in Houston here pretty soon.
when they come in, we drive them around.
They're
that's
good
what's
people.
up.
There's a lot of things I do that I keep on the low in Corpus, but
We're going to bring you back for a part 2. I know y'all got to get up out of here. I ain't trying to keep you too long.
Listen, I don't even know what time it is. I've had a great time.
Hell yeah.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow already.
Wow. No.
But that's how Javo G does it. Honestly, because I'm not trying to take it longer, but you would do this type of shit all the time, and I could see you had the love for it. I could always see it wasn't a lick for you. Like, this was something like how I felt. Like, I might make some money in the club, but I really love doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, if I happen to get paid for it,
man,
that's the cherry on top. Because I'm already here enjoying this type of shit.
Dude, let me tell you one thing too. I'm 55. What the fuck am I doing hosting a club? The music keeps me young.
Fuck yeah.
Music keeps me young. Working at Club Pure, thank you, Eli. Thank you to the twins for having me there at what was I, 54, 53, 52? 10 years at the club, bro. I met so many generations of young ones growing up that would not even go to the club anymore. Hell yeah. Dude, I had people come in from Orlando, Florida, New Orleans, New York. You're still here? After 5 years? God damn. I had people from Lebanon, Vietnam, China, Russia. I've had people from Mexico, Puerto Rico, and they're all in the VIP where I was. Some would come back. We came back to see you after 10 years.
That's what's up.
The club life, again, having a great wife, Stella was always there. Always there in the VIP, making sure I've always been dressed right, look right. And if I get stupid, she would get me off the stage. I would. Bro, when you're a VIP, when you're the host, let me tell you, if you ever become a host to a club, expect you're going to drink, because everybody say, hey, Hob, here's a shot. I was averaging 30, 40 Hennessy shots a night. I became immune to it because everybody would come in, hey, man, shout out my name. Here's a shot. Hey, play this song. Here's a shot. And I'm here, hey, shout out to so-and-so, so-and-so. And I'm taking shots.
Yeah. Man, on the real, we're going to have to get Miss Stella to sit in. Next time y'all come, she's going to have to sit on the couch with you, man. She got a story just as
Dude,
your shit.
It got to the point where I was doing 30 shots of Hennessy.
What really happened?
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, man, look. Host life was the best life because I met so many beautiful people from around the world. People wanted to take me to Dubai. How much would you charge to go to Dubai? We want you in Dubai. We love your energy. I would look at Stella. She goes, fucking Dubai. I don't know. You got to talk to her. But people wanted to take me. I've sat with princes. Remember the prince? A prince from Egypt.
Damn.
This had fucking gold, everything.
Throwing out thousands of
Bring me some women.
She said thousands.
Bring
not
me
hundreds.
some women.
God damn.
Bro, I've sat with the cartel leaders. I sat with a guy named fucking Diablo, and he had red hair, red eyes. I was like, God damn. He goes, whatever you want, bring me some women. Okay, I mean, so hosting life was one of the best 10 years that I've ever had. And if you look at people that do concerts like Pitbull, who's still on tour, if you do the math, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for 10 years in a row, that was my tour.
Damn, hell
I was doing a 2-hour show every fucking week.
Hell yeah.
But I will tell you this, guys. Watch yourself at an early age. I'm 55. I suffer from memory loss. I'm diabetic. All that drinking doesn't do good for you. Watch yourself. It's fun while it lasts, but it will hurt you in the end. Know your limit. I didn't have a limit. I just kept drinking, fucking. But now I'm suffering for it. I'll drink a little wine like tonight, but I don't drink hard liquor anymore.
Oh, really?
I can't smoke. I choose not to. I have nothing against it, but it fucks with my head.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to keep the environment.
And
y'all know I smoke big on this podcast, but I try to keep it.
I didn't snap to that part. Like I'm watching the whole time or listening, and when I get here and
It's
I light
okay.
up, and
It's
you
okay.
like,
And let me tell you, it's all.
it's like what I miss.
And I love you guys for respecting the fact my wife is here.
For
you
sure.
haven't smoked.
For sure.
But with that being said, I love everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you so much. I hope y'all see the show. I'm sorry for cussing.
I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick before we get out of here, man. You can answer it, or if you don't want to answer it, you can give us
No, go ahead. I'll plead the
top
fifth.
5 rappers all time from Corpus Christi. If you don't want to name 5, you can just give us an honorable mention of 5 to 10 of who you really like. Or
From what I know, let's
and
start.
this is your opinion. This isn't
this
based
isn't-
on a YouTube
This is
list.
Javo
This
G.
is Javo G's top 5 rappers ever to come out of Corpus in no particular order.
Age and all, whatever.
And if you don't want to do that, if you just want to shed light on some artists, that's more than fine too.
I'm gonna lay 5 on you right now.
Already.
I'm gonna start off with my boy Flatline. Second closest, I've got to say Little S. Jay Styles. I've got to say fucking Loudmouth.
That's 3 or 4.
That's 4.
Okay, bet.
And my last but not least, I'm gonna hit Droopy up right here.
Already. Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Those are my top 5, man.
Hell yeah.
Those are people that I respect. Those are people that I listen to and I can listen to. No punt on anybody, no disrespect on anybody. Everybody's great at your craft. These are just my
Yeah,
favorite.
this his list. This hell yeah. For sure,
and if I didn't say your name out there, man, I'm sorry. I love Daba Da, Jay Styles. Who else? I mean, shit.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Kid
Jay Fedia,
Fedia, bro.
Jay Fedia,
Damn,
yeah.
you see.
That's why I said you could give an honorable mention. Go ahead, you give an honorable mention too.
Jay Fedia, bro. I'm a.
Hell yeah.
What is it? What is the song?
He's had you pizza and down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I remember that one. Hell yeah.
Had him record with him.
There's some white guys out here doing some big things
You
too.
got a Michael White story?
Michael White. Oh, yeah, I have a Michael White story.
They gotta get up out of here, man. They trying to get up too.
No, he looked at his watch.
Listen.
Because I know he'll be.
Let me
We'll be here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
real quick. Michael White. I was broke down at Stripes on Baldwin and NPID, and Michael White had a little white car and was in the park, and I goes, hey, y'all, you need some help? Michael White gave me a ride. I didn't know him. I heard about him, but he gave me a ride not knowing me. We became friends. So I followed Michael White. I call Michael White Corpus Christi child because everybody has adopted him. He was homeless. He didn't eat at times. And I followed his career, bro. When Michael White helped me that day, I told him, I said, I will always take care of you when I can. Trust me. He goes, oh, Hob, it's all good, man. I was going this way anyway.
Already.
2 months ago, maybe 3, Michael White, fucking motherfucker. Michael White puts it on Facebook. I need a ride to go pick up a new car. Say less. Michael White needs help. I'm going to help him out. Michael, this is Javo. Javo G, what's up? I'm going to take you to go get that car. All right, come pick me up. Woo, woo, woo. It's over here off of Airline. He lives on Airline at an apartment, yeah? I get to airline. He goes to my car. He goes, "How you doing, Javo? What's up? How you doing, man? The car's in freer."
Yes.
That's a Michael White story.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I said, "It's in freer, man."
Oh man,
It's in free. He goes, "Yeah, man. I gotta go get it. It's up the road."
up the road.
I said, "Fuck it." I love Michael White, man. That boy. But listen.
Yes.
That boy will give you the shirt off his back. He will give you his time. He's all heart. So when he needed something, we were on our way to Freer to pick up a new car because I knew he needed it. It was going to take him to the next level. That's a car I believe he's driving now. He's got a little, it's a white car we picked up from some lady out there. It's a PT Cruiser.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We drove out to Freer.
She might have gave that to him.
No, he paid.
No,
He paid some damn money because he took his cash. He was ready, but we stopped in Freer, took a picture in front of the rattlesnake.
Oh shit.
All right, and then we went, and then he didn't know these people. He saw it online. We went out there to drive. He test drove it, met the ladies, gave him some cash, and we followed me back. We went to go eat, and see you later, Mike.
That's what's
So Michael White, Corpus Christi child, because everybody loves him. I applaud him because he's another hustler. He's been going to Austin for Killed Somebody.
Yeah, Kill Tony.
Killed Tony.
Show.
And he's murdering it, man. Guys, don't sleep on Michael White because he does comedy and he does rap. He'll bust out a rap and he's like Mitchell Finesse, man. He's like Bino. These guys are iconic to the city. So don't sleep on Michael White. I love you, little brother. Anything you ever need from me, you already know. Another one is Armadillo. You know, you need to get Armadillo on the show. Armadillo, bro. I love Armadillo. He just got married. Congratulations. He won't stop. I don't care.
Too short. Won't
He
stop rapping.
won't stop. Armadillo has been so fortunate to get the shows that he does. And let me tell you, there's a market for Armadillo. He just called me tonight. Hav, I need your help. I said, what do you need, little brother? Mexican Mexican
OT.
is coming to town and I want to open up. I said, well, what do you need from me? Say less, I got you. Let's make it happen. So Armadillo don't stop. I just wish that it will go back to where artists get paid to perform and not paid to perform.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What is the ass backward shit about that?
Hell yeah.
Speak that shit.
It comes down to the promoters, not really giving
But
all the money to the artists up front.
what can we do to switch that? Because I think it's so bad. Okay.
Guarantee a sold out show and everybody eats.
Yeah, hell
Okay.
yeah.
How can I help? Because I got a friend that has a ranch in Orange Grove that would lend it to me if we can just put a show together. Let's talk. We need to talk behind the scenes. But
That's like a party.
we got Leal's over here on Saratoga. They're ready for a big ass concert. We need that one concert that's going to generate money for the shows and keep these shows going because everybody needs to get paid that's behind the scenes, bros. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I love everybody. Thank you so much. No animosities, no toxic. You know a little bit about my story. You know how I am. If you don't like me, I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe you caught me in a bad mood. That happens. Don't
Count you out.
don't count me out because you caught me in a bad mood or maybe I talked to you in a certain way. But you got to understand that being in the business that we're in is stressful. We're not millionaires yet, but we're out here hustling for you guys. And if you look at it this way, man, we are the people you need to get you out. Real talk. So with that being said, guys, much love, man, from Javo G. Don't forget to support these guys right here in Corpus Christi. These guys are doing a wonderful thing for the city. And like I said, all you guys need is to be signed. Like a record label would come down here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Somebody to sign the next thing you'll be on MTV or
yeah.
BET. Listen, Atlanta, they're here in Corpus. Pick them up, South Texas. They're ready. I'm out.
Appreciate you, man. Let everybody know where they can follow you at before we get up out
Oh
of here.
man, follow me. Just call Stella. Hey, listen, tune in the morning if you love Tejano music and a little bit of reggaeton.
Yeah, drop the Javo G show info one more time before we get up out of here.
Listen, man, there's so much I forgot.
We're gonna bring you back for part 2, man. For damn sure. We're gonna bring you back.
Listen,
Free of charge.
in the morning, catch me at Magic 104.9 Lopez Broadcasting, now in San Antonio, simulcasting with Corpus Christi. Catch the Javo G show every Monday through Friday from 11 to 12. Catch me on Wild 105.5 with Latin Craze every Saturday night. I do a Latin Craze show, 2 hours from 10 to 12. One of my favorite, Angel D. Shout outs to Monique and Angel D. Those guys, I love them girls, man. What else can I say, man? Much love to you guys. Stand up, do something. Stop sitting around playing around with your toes. Like Dapper Don says, you're on Chilligan's Islands. You got to get off that Chilligan Island, man, and do something with yourself, man. Don't just talk about it. Be about it.
Hell yeah. Can you take us out with one of them legendary Javo G outros, man?
Hey, this is Javo G. Don't forget, lock it in to Riding High. If you're not locked in, you're locked out. This is Javo G, and I'm out.
Hey, man, it's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast. Riding High with DJ Lil King. Appreciate the guest for today, Mr. Javo G. Hey,
much love.
Appreciate his wife, Miss Stella, in the background. Know what I'm saying? Appreciate my dog Droopy back here behind the scenes. My dog Freak Man behind the scenes. Hey, I'm crunk as fuck. It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast. Riding High with DJ Lil King. Hey, we out this thing, man. Javo G, man, and came down and put it down, man. Hey, man. Hey.
We're setting bars.